All right, so now I have this Erica Kirk thing. And the Erica Kirk Barry Weiss video is going to make you want to puke. I mean, it's really, really bad. And if you were wondering if Barry Weiss was a Mossad agent who was hired by Larry Ellison once he acquired Paramount and CBS News to weave a pro-Israel tapestry on CBS and, put people on so they could talk wonderfully about Israel and call every criticism of Israel anti-Semitism, you got your answer in this Erica Kirk video. And if Erica Kirk is sincere, if Erica Kirk really does want people to stop and she thinks all this talk is terrible and all this, she's got to go back and be a mother to her children, because she is a terrible actress. She comes off as mean. She comes off as shitty, opportunistic. She's kind of learned from the Israelis. She's been to Israel a few times. She's hung out with Netanyahu's son, and she's kind of learned from them. She aggressively goes after people and smears people, but then cries and plays the grieving widow when it's appropriate. But then she'll go to Turning Point events and brag about how much money they made at the Turning Point events. And by the way, Turning Point is about to have their coffers filled, as if they haven't already. They've made, I think she said, billions since Charlie Kirk died, but yet they accuse everyone else of going through his corpse. I mean, Andrew Colvett still calls their fucking podcast The Charlie Kirk Show. They're garbage people. But she went on CBS News and she did this. It wasn't an interview with Barry Weiss. It was a town hall, because Barry Weiss is not a journalist. Barry Weiss is a editorial writer. That's what she's been. She's never been a journalist in her entire career. She's an editorial writer, but now she's running the news at CBS. So she had Erica Kirk on. She had people come on and ask her questions. And whatever money Israel is paying Erica Kirk and Barry Weiss, I would say if their goal was just out and out propaganda, they got their money's worth. If their goal was getting people to believe their bullshit, it was a fail on every level. I don't know if you're noticing this. Maybe it's just the algorithm I'm in. People have completely turned on Erica Kirk. Their generosity, their understanding, their patience with Erica Kirk is up, because she's doing this thing where she tries to have it both ways. She's the CEO of a major organization that takes huge amounts of donations and has an agenda. And then when you criticize the way she's handling that company, well, then she's Danny Finkelstein. Me husband died. Why are you saying mean things about me? Well, look, if you were just being a mother to your children and grieving your husband, obviously, I think attacking you would be off limits. But you're trying to run an organization that has a clear and concise agenda. You're taking money for that. Your husband, you're lying about your husband. Your husband did tell multiple people. They've all come out now and said Charlie was afraid for his life. He was afraid people were going to kill him. There's texts out there where he said, these Jewish donors are blackmailing me. They're fitting all the stereotypes. I'm leaving the pro-Israel cause. The day before he was killed, his mentor, Frank Turek, came out and said, Charlie texted me and said, I fear for my life. And Erica Kirk went, no, he didn't. He said, Shabbat Shalom. Oh, that fucking grossed me out. She's like, he would come home on Friday and he would say, Daddy's home. And he'd throw his phone in the drawer and say, Shabbat Shalom. It's like, fucking grift harder, Erica. Like, she's gross. Maybe it's the algorithm. This is where I have the chat and you guys can help me up or help me out. But what I'm seeing is that people have had it. They think she's acting. They think she's kind of taking advantage. But as far as Barry Weiss goes, she is a propagandist of the highest order. By the way, 40-year-old Holocaust survivor says Barry Weiss is a beer by Leinenkugels. Great work. Great work. By the way, Onawal says it's your algo. The casino had a better take. The casino kind of has normie takes. I mean, that might be accurate. That might be right. But I find that, People don't think very hard about this stuff. People take a lot of shit at face value, and if there's one thing the last 5 years should have taught you, it's that taking shit at face value is a really good way to be wrong, but probably a good way to get views. I mean, if you don't take things at face value, they do punish you in algorithms and whatnot. Sam Show says you should start this stream and say Shabbat Shalom, right? MSO saying yes, people are sick of her. McBuster says worse actor than Amber Heard. Fake. Oh boy. Well, let's take a look at we got a couple of clips here of the Erica Kirk thing, and after we get through these Erica Kirk clips, we'll bring Johnny in. You guys tell me if Barry Weiss and Erica Kirk are bought and paid for by the lovely land of Israel.
Always would say very clearly, Jew hate was brain rot. He would always say it. We've been to Israel.
I mean, if you're a Christian, isn't all hate brain rot? I mean, Jew hate. I mean, all hate is brain rot. All hate impacts your soul. But like, like specifically Jew, and you know, this is disgusting because she's going to paint all of us who hate Israel as Jew hate. It's not Jew hate. Israel hate is not Jew hate. I don't hate Jews. I hate Israel. Israel's the Nazis of our day. They're the Fourth Reich. They're the people ethnically cleansing and killing and conquering and aggressing against people and having open air concentration camps. Israel is an evil regime. And it's blasphemous too, because it's taking the name of a biblical place and a biblical concept that's full of predictions, it's full of prophecy, it's full of lessons and all this, and they're taking that branding and they're shitting all over it, but they're also hiding behind the Bible and spirituality. There is the only thing religious about Israel is that it's an ethno-state for Jews. There's nothing biblical about the political Israel that exists today. They're Pharisees.
Twice together. And to be able to walk in the place where our Lord walked.
With Elias. Sorry.
And see the Bible come to life in Technicolor.
Was it great for you to walk in the same place as your Savior did in a country full of people who killed him? It's awesome, Erica. Shabbat Shalom.
How could you hate that place?
Because they've murdered tens of thousands of kids in 2 years. Because they send kids into their home and then shoot them dead. I have an easy time hating the Israelis. I have an easy time. Oh, not to mention us giving them money, and the weapons they use that money on has killed and fucked up so many people. They've been the aggressor in so many conflicts that we get terrorist attacks for supporting them. I mean, guys, again, this is where once you enter the arena and you become the CEO of the organization and you want to go on this big media tour with your husband's fucking corpse, I don't give you quarter anymore. You are open for criticism. And you are backing an evil totalitarian regime.
How could you hate the Jewish people?
Nobody hates the Jewish people. Well, a couple people. But the criticism people have of Israel is not about the Jewish people. Most of us view Jews the way we view trans people and anyone else. I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. Stop invading my life. Stop getting in my face and going, I have to feel a certain way. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't go to where you are and start bugging the shit out of you. All we want to do is be left alone.
Why? Because you need to fulfill a conspiracy theory? I'm wrapped in, people say I'm a part of conspiracy theories all the time.
She's a victim, you guys. By the way, you can mail your checks to Turning Point USA, 1475 Charlie Kirk Avenue. Charlie Kirk. The zip code is 54 Charlie Kirk 12. I hate this both sides shit. Say inflammatory things that are incorrect and then be a grieving widow when people call you out.
It's sick.
I agree.
And it needs to stop. We are human. No one is perfect. No Christian is perfect. No Jew is perfect. No Muslim is perfect. We are broken, sinful humans in need of a Lord and Savior.
What does this have to do? Well, yeah, we had one. We have one. Christians do. How'd that work?
And that's why it is so important to give your life to the Lord.
What did you choose?
Because once you do that and you fully surrender to the Lord, you have no room in your heart for hate. And so, sir, I am so sorry what happened to your daughter. I pray that does not happen, and I pray that that is something that we can somehow extinguish in this world.
We can. Go back to the pre-1967 borders and stop giving Israel money, and that'll probably take care of a lot of it. Oh, and also break up BlackRock, Blackstone, State Street, Vanguard, and all those private equity firms and break them up into tiny little pieces and put limitations on how many companies they can own a controlling stock in. That would help. That would improve the lives of every American greatly, probably lead to higher wages and more jobs. Those are just a few ideas.
But we are living in enemy-occupied territory.
Oh, really? I agree with that, just not in the way that you do. Yes, we have our next question. Hi, my name is Danny Finkelstein, and me mum died in the Holocaust.
And every single day we need to guard ourselves, guard our minds, guard
She
our
has
heart.
snot
And the
coming
best
out of
way
her
to do
nose.
that is reading God's word.
Wipe your nose.
And you cannot separate the Old Testament from the New Testament.
You literally can. It's the new and everlasting covenant. New Testament literally means new covenant. I believe that might even be a direct translation. Or not testament, gospel. Gospel means good news. That's what I was thinking. The gospels in the New Testament are the good news of Christ Savior, death, resurrection, all that. But there is a difference. There is an old covenant and a new covenant. So let's take it easy on there's no difference between the Old and the New Testament. If that was the case, they wouldn't call them different names. So here's Barry Weiss talking to Erica Kirk. And by the way, Erica Kirk, I will say this, I'm being very critical of her. She's earning her money. She's earning that Turning Point cash that they're raking in at the moment. All of this talk sounds a lot less critical. Her husband was talking about how Israel allowed October 7th to happen. He was talking about how he was off the pro-Israel cause. He was talking about how his donors were blackmailing them and they fit every Jewish stereotype. And she chooses to honor her husband by just cucking to them.
And yet there are a huge number of conspiracy theories, you might call them brain rot, that are spreading right now.
Does that sound like a journalist to you? A lot of conspiracies, you might call them brain rot. Is a journalist supposed to put words in people's mouths? I thought they were supposed to be objective. Or non-objective. I thought they were supposed to be fair and just asking questions, not providing leading questions. Barry Weiss is gross too. This is one of the most disingenuous propagandists. There are people who you can tell are bought and paid for, and it tugs at their soul. This woman is the opposite of that. She is so happy. She takes money for shit she'd do for free.
About the actual story behind the reality. One, people say that Tyler Robinson was actually a MAGA Republican. Or two.
This is another thing they do. They blur the lines. So they take every theory they've ever heard, put it in a big conspiracy stew and say, well, everyone believes all of this. I'm sorry. I just don't believe, they say jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Next, don't stop 30-06 bullets. When you get hit by a 30-06, a thing of blood doesn't shoot out and then you slump over. You get hit with a 30-06 in the neck from 150 yards away, a good piece of your neck is missing. Your head gets fucked up. Everything gets fucked up. Next, don't stop 30-06 rounds. I don't think Tyler Robinson killed your husband. And you just accepting this stuff on faith, I think you're doing your husband a disservice.
Some people say you were actually a Mossad agent sitting in front of me, and you were...
No, Barry, they say that about you. I'm sorry. Barry Weiss got that wrong. Again, not a journalist. She's not used to getting her facts straight. They don't say Erica Kirk is a Mossad agent. They say you're a Mossad agent.
Charlie's handler and Israel killed Charlie.
Right.
Other people say that
Well, yeah, that's ridiculous, right? Because Israel's never done that.
number of men in the crowd were wearing maroon T-shirts, and this signifies that his killing was an elite airborne operation, whatever that means.
That one's retarded because, like, you wouldn't just wear your colors while you're carrying out a clandestine operation. That is stupid. But again, they're just trying to muddy the waters so the legitimate questions get thrown in with the ridiculous questions. And again, this is all just turning point propaganda. Thank you, Barry Weiss and CBS News.
They say that the rings on your fingers, which are
my kids' initials, my wedding band, the Medal of Freedom, my engagement ring.
But apparently they symbolize some kind of secret plot.
She's the Mandarin. She's the head of the 10 rings.
There's also a new theory that Egyptian aircraft have been tracking you. Mm-hmm. What is going on?
There were aircraft licensed to Egypt that were in the same towns as Erica and Charlie Kirk many, many times. That could be a coincidence, but it's a fact that it happened. It's just the why could be innocent.
Why are there so many conspiracies spreading about what seems to be a pretty open and shut case?
Open and shut your ass. Are you kidding? Open and shut. They paved over the crime scene that weekend. The university, you'd be thrown in jail if you did that anywhere else. If you were in the streets of Chicago and some gangbanger shot 4 people, and then 3 days later, you're a construction team and you're paving over the site, the cops would have your ass. Are you kidding? Open and shut case. Really? Those text messages that the FBI will not answer about because they sound made up? No? Kash Patel wouldn't answer Megyn Kelly's question directly about that? The 30-aught, the main thing I need explained to me is why it looked like Charlie's shirt exploded and why a 30-06 round didn't blow apart Charlie's neck. And the fact that where the bullet was quote unquote found, the trajectory from where the shot was. I mean, you talk about a magic bullet, that motherfucker had to be possessed.
This is the first time that we have seen evil on display where we have social media at our fingertips. Something so evil that happened, people are wanting answers immediately. They are wanting to figure out how to wrap their mind around this.
Yeah.
Egyptian planes.
Egyptian planes.
This is awkward to me. This is people trying to get their lines straight. This was an awkward event, this whole thing.
Believe that Tyler Robinson murdered your husband?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Whoa, that was quick. Yes, I do. Is it like, video games where like if you have to hit a certain button for a pattern and the quicker you hit the button, the more points you get? Does she get more donor money the faster she answers a question and how narrow her eyebrows are and how demonic her face looks? Because if so, bingo, you just made a bill.
So hard for so many people to believe that reality.
Because we're retarded goyim. That's why, Barry, we're just a bunch of dumb goy sheep and we won't be let out into the pasture. I know it's frustrating. I'm mad too.
Because it's too simple.
Yes, correct.
Again, everyone always has to think there's more to the story. Well, sometimes there's not.
Oh, okay.
I've seen the autopsy report. I've seen our case pulled together. I've been in constant contact with our lawyers, the prosecuting team. I've seen it all.
There you go, guys. She's seen it from all the people in charge, all the politicians, all the prosecutors, but I already said politicians, all the people at Turning Point, all of the people that all these theorists think might be in on it. She's talked to all of them, and they've assured her everything's fine. So don't you guys worry about it. Jesus. You guys got to stop asking questions. That shit's bad for you, Holmes. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, I think Erica Kirk is a clone. They killed the real Erica Kirk. See, now you're purposely making the rest of us look shitty. It's a psyop by Red Fox Mad. By the way, that now puts Red Fox Mad in first place Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate your kindness. So we got another clip or two here, and then we'll bring Johnny in. I just like the fact that we're all conspiracy theorists if we don't just immediately buy into this shit. And then, like, again, they throw in the Egyptian planes and they throw in all this other shit and go, oh, can you believe these crazy people? Like, yeah, you're right. That's all of us believe that. So this was Barry Weiss talking to CBS Good Morning and her talking about her interview with Erica. And again, does this sound like David Frost having a hard-hitting interview with Richard Nixon? Or does this sound like two people who are in on the same game patting each other on the back? You be the judge.
I mean, I remember watching it and thinking, I can't understand this. What does this mean? She was able to explain the distinction between forgiveness as a personal choice to almost let go of something, to not let it be this anvil around her, and forgiveness in the mode of her faith, and to make a distinction between that and her desire for justice, which is quite different. It doesn't mean that she forgives it doesn't mean that she does not want this alleged murderer
to be held accountable.
Yeah. And I think that's the really, really important distinction.
That's right. Barry Weiss didn't understand forgiveness until she spoke to Erica Kirk. I mean, I would like to say that this was a soft touch interview, but I feel like that would be a disservice to soft touch interviews that have been done that are far more hardcore than what Erica Kirk went through with Barry Weiss. Well, I'll tell you this. Somebody tell Bill Ackman and Benjamin Netanyahu and Larry Ellison they're getting their money's worth. Well, the Erica Kirk Candace Owens summit happened yesterday.
How did that go?
Well, Candace Owens gave us a short little, just a very little nothing update, like a 45-second update on how it went. I'm going to play this like 45-second update from Candace Owens, and then I want you and the audience to tell me what you think and what you think the next move from Candace Owens is going to be, because I feel like I know what Turning Point's move is going to be. It's always going to be Israel's good. If you criticize Israel, you're criticizing all Jews. It's anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is brain rot. It's hatred for Jews. Now, I've said numerous times, I feel about Jews the way I feel about trans people. I just don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're trans. Just stop trying to fucking intercede and interject yourself into everything that involves my life. And in Israel's case, my safety and my freedom as an American.
In my case, for me, I don't view Jews and Israel as the same thing. They're two different things. You can be Jewish and not be an Israeli.
So you're talking about Zionists.
Yeah.
Essentially. So Candace Owens met with Erica Kirk. My interest is what's Candace going to do now, because she's in a weird place with her audience. She's kind of crossed the Rubicon. She's
really dug in deep.
Yeah, she's asked so many questions that she's in, right? Mm-hmm. Can she go back and say, I had a good conversation with Erica and we came to an understanding and it's all good? I mean, she's made these people fucking hate Erica Kirk's guts now.
Yeah, I feel like you can't be like, it's all good. You could walk some of it back and be like, certain things have come to light and I realize I may have overstepped my bounds here or there. But if you do like a 180, people are going to call you like bought and paid for it.
Yeah. Also, not to call out Turning Point for playing maybe some less than honest games, but remember when Erica Kirk and Candace Owens went on social media Sunday and said, we're all going to stop talking about each other. We're going to have this summit and then we're going to try and figure some things out. But for now, we're going to call a moratorium on talking shit about each other. Turning Point USA went on there digging through Charlie Kirk's pockets for the last of his Quarters show. And they just started trying to debunk everything Candace has ever said. And just basically went on the attack. I mean, just fucking
So they
cowards.
pulled an Israeli ceasefire on us.
I'd tell you if you were wrong. So they met yesterday, and people figured out that the meeting was, I think they said it was either 45 minutes or like an hour and a half long, because they were tracking the plane that Erica Kirk was taking. Now, this bitch took a Gulfstream 5 to a lunch with Candace Owens.
one, I hate that there's somebody who's committed to watching that. But two, that's excessive. Like, did she need to? Was
Milo
was a
tweeted
bus not an option?
Milo tweeted, he retweeted somebody and he wrote, "Tell me she did not take a Gulfstream 5 to lunch." Like, again, Erica Kirk is such a difficult person to feel sympathetic for because she's doing these two things at once. I'm a grieving widow. Oh, but I'm also going to raise a bunch of shitload of money for Turning Point, carry forward their agenda, and tell people to keep giving us more money. Like one of those things is a public figure that is open to scrutiny. The other is a victimhood status that people should respect. Doing both is incredibly manipulative.
Right. Using that victimhood status as your shield as you move through a world of public scrutiny is kind of a dickhead thing to do.
You disarm the rest of us with the victimhood, and then you attack everyone with your Turning Point, talking points, money-raising horseshit. So and then you tell other people not to make money off your husband, not to make content off your husband. That's all you've been doing for the last 3 months, you and the people at Turning Point. You won't even change the name of the show. So she's not likable. I'm sorry. I know that the media and Barry Weiss have tried to gaslight us into thinking that we're bad for having an opinion about Erica Kirk, but she seems remarkably opportunistic, borderline evil, and kind of shitty throughout this whole thing.
A lot of people are trying to profit off of my husband. Get your Charlie and Me shirts now while you can.
Dude, Turning Point USA is selling the shirt that he was wearing when he got shot.
Like the actual shirt?
Not his shirt. No, but the shirt he was wearing, the Freedom shirt or whatever it said. They're selling those as like Charlie Kirk shirts.
It comes with a symbolic blood stain. It's not actual blood. It's red dye, but it's in memory of our fallen brother.
Remarkably like hypocritical behavior. So
do they have a "We'll See You in Valhalla" shirt?
No, they said, I asked them about that. They said, quote, "We'd never do anything that fucking gay and cringe." By the way, we do have some Kash Patel today. He and his girlfriend did a podcast together. Aww.
Oh, no.
Hey, ask me if they've caught the Brown mass shooter yet.
Have they?
No, they're still looking for the guy who did that mass shooting at Brown University. Ask me if they got the right DC pipe bomber.
Did they get the right DC pipe bomber? This is like the second one I've heard of. I thought the first one was a female. And
no, they think it might be a female now, and that the black guy might be the wrong guy. Ask me if they got the right Charlie Kirk shooter at first, if they detained the right guy at first when they announced they had him.
I know they didn't.
No, they grabbed some old Jewish guy. So yeah, Kash Patel doing a killer bang-up job there at the FBI. By the way, ask me if Kash Patel would ever use FBI vehicles and drivers to pick up his girlfriend's drunk friends from a bar.
Please tell me we don't have proof of this.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times.
God damn it.
Yeah. And now in the middle of this manhunt, they're doing, they did a podcast together. By the way, I can tell you doing a podcast with your significant other always works out well.
I don't know if people had respect for the FBI before, but I can't believe I'm saying this. Can we just go back to the days where you guys would put on balaclavas and wave Nazi flags once in a while?
Right. Can we go where you guys pretended to be Nazis and then framed American citizens for it? Could you go back to just like murdering civil rights leaders and covering it up? Like, can we go back to the gangster days of the FBI and not the gay fucking H-1B visa version, of the FBI? Gray Duckling with $5 says, "Love that coin." Oh, well, thank you. There's my pretty.
That's a nice big. It looks like a good flipping coin because it's got a lot of surface.
Oh my God,
area.
they should flip this at the Super Bowl. This. What would you call it? So like this side is a swastika.
Okay.
And
the other side's a bird.
Is an eagle holding a swastika. So I would say swastikas heads.
Yeah, and then the eagle would be the tails, because usually the bird's the tails.
All right, ready? I'm gonna tell you beforehand. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna do the catch and flip onto my hand.
Yeah, that's the official way to do it.
This side heads, this side tails. By the way, every gifted membership gets a Nazi coin flip, or $5 gets a Nazi coin flip today. That's how I'll grift. And then you get to decide. You get to call it, and then I'll flip it for you. All right, Johnny, call it in the air.
Tails.
It is tails. Bam. Good job. Nazi coin flips on Steel Toe today. Gray Duckling with $2 says easy with the whole brown shooter reference. Oh, I apologize. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Candace
That's why
Owens.
they didn't tell us who he is.
Let's get to Candace Owens talking about her meeting with Erica Kirk. Now, we'll play this. I won't interrupt it. We won't pause it. And then I want everybody, audience, Johnny, and then finally myself, we'll give our predictions on what Candace is going to do on her show today and how it's going to be perceived by her audience. This is Candace yesterday after her meeting with Erica Kirk. She was not blown up by a Jew bomb. That's a plus. Let's see what she had to say.
4.5 hours later, I'm alive. I'm totally fine, and I'm sorry. I was going to do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith, and I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got, and I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired. And yeah, I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, what do you think? What vibe are you getting
feels
off
like she's
of that?
turning. Feels
think
like she's trying to turn the ship around.
Like she's going to be Turning Point friendly?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little early to say. She was vague enough that you can't really nail that down specifically, but the whole, this is a conversation that should have happened a long time ago. I was very surprised by some of the answers I got. They were surprised by the intel. She's building a very, like, we're getting amicable bridge. Like, we're going to reach a common ground here, which baffles me.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this is Turning Point USA maybe being a little more savvy than Candace Owens is. I think Candace is operating on the assumption that everybody's on the up and up and that this was an honest conversation she had. This is, remember the guy in Shooter that we always quote, the wheelchair guy who goes, my job was to keep you here long enough. And I knew, like, lies wouldn't keep you.
Right.
You know, this is just one dead man talking to another. Erica Kirk was just, her job is to put Candace Owens on ice, to disarm Candace Owens. Candace Owens was going in there going, oh no, Egyptian planes, here's what I know, here's my information. And Erica would go, wow, thank you. That's very interesting. We did not know that. We can't believe you came up with that. Anything that would help us in our investigation for our Charlie. That would, that would help us so much. Thank you, Candace. See, we didn't know these things. And now Candace walks away thinking, I helped them a lot. They're seeing things my way a little bit. And now she's going to be nicer to Turning Point. Meanwhile, Turning Point went back from their meeting and went, that fucking dumb bitch, we've got her. She'll shut the fuck up. She won't be a problem as much anymore. I think they killed her with kindness in there. I think they told Candace Owens that, oh, yeah, we're going to take a look at all this stuff. We didn't know this. The FBI won't tell us this stuff. And Candace Owens is going to go a lot lighter on Erica Kirk, a lot lighter on Turning Point. That's what I think's going to happen. I would love to be wrong, but I think this was a case of keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And I think they're working and manipulating Candace Owens because I think Candace Owens knows one speed, high speed forward. She's not a strategist. She's not a game player. She just just bores ahead. So I think they were able to olay her a little bit and that she's going to actually think Erica Kirk was talking to her in good faith. I don't trust these people. That's what I think happened. I think Candace is going to back down.
Like I said, it seemed like she's building or at least trying to, with her viewers, building a bridge towards us being amicable with them. And now I kind of agree with this stuff. Maybe I went too hard on some. So yeah, I could see that. I don't want it to happen though, with the way they're making money hand over fist. And I'm sorry, Erica Kirk took a Gulf Stream to lunch. You gotta wonder, like, did she have to? Like, was there no other way?
Yeah. St. Caesar says they lesed out after 4.5 hours. Don't lie. I don't believe there was any lesing out. I think that Candace Owens you're gonna notice a softer touch on Turning Point from Candace Owens. And I think Turning Point is going to gloat that it went very well and it was wonderful. And, you know, they're going to kind of do some passive aggressive shit where they're like, Candace just didn't know a lot of the things we knew and we helped her understand. And blah, this is going to be, I'm telling you this right now, it's going to be gross. If you're skeptical of what happened to Charlie Kirk and you don't like Turning Point USA, I'm going to tell you right now,
This is going to get gross.
It's going to be gross. Happy Wawa customer gifting a membership to Landers. Thank you, Johnny. Call it in the air.
Tails.
It's Tails again. There it is. We're flipping Nazi coins today. Thank you very much. So that's going to put us 96 members away from 600. Guys, gift up those memberships. And let's see if we can make that go today. I want to get to 600. We don't have to do it all at once. But I want everybody throwing in a couple today. And let's see if we can't make that happen. 763 people checking out the toe at the moment. Let's do this. I want to do this because it'll be fun. Let's talk about Blue Chew. Blue Chew chewable tablets are made with active ingredients found in popular ED medications, but in chewable form and at a much more affordable price. No waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines, just a quick online visit. And once approved by a licensed medical provider, Blue Chew sends the chews straight to your door. Look, guys, Blue Chew is the upgrade button for your sex life. Level up and get your first month free at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our Rumble listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use promo code RUMBLE. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code RUMBLE at BlueChew.com. All plans include an online health assessment, prescription medication if appropriate, monthly refills, and ongoing medical support. A prescription will only be written if deemed medically appropriate after an online health assessment with a licensed provider. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. That's BlueChew.com. Every time there's a Blue Chew read,
you have a giggle.
I gotta jump at it. I gotta do a Blue Chew read. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I mean, you're not just an advertiser. You're a supporter.
I've used the product before, which, by the way, is
it's frightening.
Like I've said before, if you use it as an enhanced, like I'm sure if the people who use it because they have to, it's just like, oh, a boner. That's nice. If you use it as like let's call it a performance enhancing drug, it's like, you know how Mark McGwire would hit 30 or 40 home runs without steroids? You're like, wow, 30, 40 home runs a year. That's fucking MVP material. That's really good. But then he started taking steroids, so he'd hit 60 or 70 a year.
Right. He's going for the record.
That's Blue Chew. You can be an MVP, but how about tape measure shots that fucking, land in the pond behind the stadium? Dan Vicious with $2 says it's all a goddamn psyop. Oh, I absolutely think that Turning Point USA is running gimmicks on Candace Owens. Let's talk about Donald Trump talking about the Rob Reiner thing. Now, this Truth Social came out while we were at the tail end of yesterday's show. And it put me in the camp of people who believes that this was an extremely dickish thing for Donald Trump to do. Like, by Donald Trump standards.
Okay.
This is a really dickish thing to do. Have you seen this Truth Social post yet?
I have not seen the post. I heard he kind of like shit on him on
No. He kind of shit on John McCain when he died. That's kind of shitting on someone. This wasn't like a backhanded like RIP. This was basically fuck this guy. I'm glad he's dead. Essentially. And like private citizen Trump, all right, still kind of a dickhead thing to do. But President Trump, you can't be doing this. Like maybe President Trump in 2019 when he had a higher approval rating, maybe that President Trump could say something like this. But not like 38% approval rating, Israel's bitch, Miriam Edelson's lapdog Donald Trump. Like the Trump we have now
can't do this.
He can't be doing this shit. This was his Truth Social post yesterday about Rob Reiner. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. We're halfway through the Truth Social post. Where are you at?
I was kind of on your side yesterday, but a lot of people kept coming to me with like the stuff Rob Reiner's been continually saying about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like to anyone who will listen.
Okay.
So I'm like, I here's where it is. I like you. I think it's kind of a like fucked up thing to do. But on the other end, I'm like, if somebody shat on me this hard, this much all the time, every day on their social media posts and everything else, and I kind of sat back and let it happen all the time, I can it's like the Chris Rock thing. I understand.
Well,
like I get where it came from.
I guess here's where I'm less evil than I thought I was. This is some shit I would think.
Right. I wouldn't share this.
Right. This isn't, I would be magnanimous publicly, and then privately I would be like, haha, fucking cocksucker, I'm glad he's dead.
But on like a societal spectrum scale, like after the Charlie Kirk thing, how many people like went on and like just nobody's of any, like had no actual interaction with him, but because they heard things or whatever, they celebrated his assassination. And
right. And then when you do the same thing to someone else, that's what I always hate.
And you're a piece of shit too.
Right.
But my point is when one person starts doing it and then another person starts doing it, it starts becoming societally normalized.
Right.
That makes that kind of creaks the window open where now what would be considered incredibly unpresidential behavior
well, then here's what
can
you
kind of slip through. Here's
what you should do then. We got to have one or two policies, and it can't change based on your politics. Right. Either this is totally not fucking cool to do, and we speak out against it whenever it happens, no matter who's the quote unquote side, or we all shut the fuck up and stop clutching our pearls, and apparently this is how we do shit now. But you can't do both. Right now we clutch our pearls and talk about how terrible this is, and then when it happens to someone on the other side, we do it ourselves. So either
I'd go with the first one, that is bad on all fronts.
Let's do that. See, now that's where I would like to go, is that we don't do this. You don't write shit like this about people who just got violently murdered by their son. This isn't something we do. Like, okay, whatever like kick you want to give them, they've been kicked. All right,
It's not going to change anything. It's not going to fix anything. Just let it be.
Right. I would like to do the thing where we all go, this is fucked up. No doing this. Not okay, no matter who it is. But I feel like society is moving in the direction of, well, I guess people just do that now when people die. Fuck it.
Yeah, pretty much. But like you said, everybody wants to clutch their pearls when it happens to when their guy does it. Like everybody wants to clutch their pearls when it happens to them, and when their guy does it, they want to excuse it.
Yeah, and then the rest. I'm sorry, I didn't finish the damn thing. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. I'll say this. I think I'm over the gimmick of Donald Trump.
I've said for the whole time, he never ever admits a loss or anything else. Everything's always going the best it possibly could. I was hoping we'd get a lot more done out of that. That's what I'll say.
It's
fucked up.
Sam Show says, so Rob Reiner said some libtarded bullshit, so it's okay that he got murdered by his son?
No.
Yeah. Coltrane says, do you think he thought about how to blame it on Trump as he bled out? Too soon? Yeah, I'm going to go with too soon.
It is a touch early.
Yeah, just maybe a touch indelicate.
But fair.
I'm not supposed to be here says, why do I hear pearl clutching every goddamn day now? People use it. The worst part is when people are clutching their pearls, most of them aren't even being honest about it. They're using it to claim aggrieved status or a victimhood status, or they're using it to try and gain some kind of moral upper hand on people. That's the grossest part to me.
That's because we've been elevating victimhood for so long. Everybody loves being a victim now.
That's not inaccurate. I think when Trump does that, all right, Charlie Kirk's fair game when he gets assassinated. Everybody's fair game. Or
it's all fucked up.
Or you can dial this shit back a little bit. You know, I don't want to hear any of these people who are condoning the way Trump talked about the Rob Reiner death. I don't ever want to hear them talk about political violence again. I don't want them ever to talk about how mean people are, who's on the left or who's on the right. Shut the fuck up. This is the world you wanted. Live in it. Me personally, I can bitch, I can be angry because I don't want this to be the world I live in. So I'm going to yell and scream and pound and holler about it while nothing happens. It's the scene in Liar Liar. I'm going to piss and moan like an impotent jerk and bend over and take it up the tailpipe because at least it feels like I'm resisting.
There you go.
So then Donald Trump had a chance yesterday to address the post.
Okay.
So
he probably walked it back, apologized.
Well, you know, the thing you do is you say that an aide wrote it for you. You know, you say somebody
you drop
else.
it on somebody else.
Yeah, somebody who manages my account wrote that, and we're trying to find the rapscallion who did all that trouble.
Hard to believe with Trump, but okay, could happen.
So this is what he had to say about it, given a second chance. Boy, he's looking puffy and old, isn't he?
Yeah, this term is really wearing on him a lot more.
He's also fucking 80.
Yeah,
that'll do it to you.
A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner. Do you stand by that post?
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said,
all right, sounds like we're leaning the fuck in. Buckle up, kids. He's going for it.
Person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. So now, yeah, it's totally.
So now, again, it's okay to be happy that he got violently murdered?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hey, Donald, you know what? Our fault. You know, honestly, that's what he thinks when he explains this shit. It's like, yeah, no, Donald, you're right. Totally our fault. I didn't realize that he said mean things about you and Russia that weren't true. Yeah, his son totally was justified in murdering him.
I was talking about Gavin Newsom's guy yesterday that called Nicki Minaj a hoe. And
what?
Oh, yeah.
How dare
Nicki Minaj went out on a tirade over the weekend against a bunch of people, including Gavin Newsom's policy on trans kids and trans children in schools and stuff like that. And she spoke out against it. And so his communications director posted a picture of a Nicki Minaj shirt in the garbage can, and I believe he called her a stupid hoe. Was the what he tagged?
I'll be honest, that's kind of gangster. I like that
a little bit, but
she's still alive.
The same thing about this. Like, you shouldn't get that offended when you're, Gavin Newsom's a target for criticism. When you're Donald Trump, you're a target for criticism. Holding on to what one person said this whole time, to the point where now he's gone and you can just be done with it, and you're going this far. It's a bit much.
Rob Reiner did say some pretty prophetic shit when Trump got elected.
Okay.
He said that Donald Trump would be the last president of his lifetime.
Now that's a joke.
No, he really said that.
Oh, really?
He meant like he's going to seize power and he's going to never give it up.
Right,
and blah,
right.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's because of this reason, like I said,
bro,
like,
worst way to be right ever. There's not one better way to be right. Except maybe like a guy who like got on the Titanic and he's like, I bet you this thing can sink. I bet you it's not unsinkable. And then like as you're dipping down into the icy waters of the North Atlantic, you go, see, I fucking told you, dude. Like you're hanging.
Called it.
As it's up 90 degrees in the air and you're hanging on to the railing just before you drop down, you look at some guy you saw and you go, I told you it could sink. Shitty way to be right.
I think he hurt himself in career-wise. He became like a deranged person. Trump.
Yeah, hating Trump in Hollywood, that's bad for your career.
derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country. Yeah.
Because he doesn't like you, he's bad for our country? Like, no offense, dude. People are allowed to have a dissenting opinion.
And no offense, sir, but you haven't exactly been a peach for this country. Not this term.
Nope. You've come through on some of the immigration stuff. The tariff things, I'm still like, I'm holding my judgment, but I don't know. And I really worry if he starts cutting checks to people.
Hey, could you go ahead and throw up those inflation numbers from this past month, Mr. President? Oh, and while you're at it, we would like to see the GDP and the employment numbers. If you no, we can't. Okay. We got the Tara Reid case got closed. This ain't good. Remember Tara Reid? Have you seen the hotel video?
No.
Where she was super fucked up. She got really drunk at a hotel one night. They had to come get her.
She looks rough.
She looks terrible. And she kind of got embarrassed on this whole deal because she was rushed to the hospital. The people who brought her to the hospital said she'd been overserved. She drank way too much, maybe was taking pills, something. And they had to put her in a wheelchair, and she was sliding out of the wheelchair.
Oh, no.
She was so fucked up. She claims that she was drugged. She said she went to the bathroom. When she came back, her drink had a napkin over it. She never puts a napkin over her drink. I don't understand the napkin over the drink thing anyway. Someone can just put the drug in there, put the napkin back. But
you
anyway.
ever tried to move a napkin off a drink when you're trying to slip somebody a roofie? It's difficult.
No.
Apparently.
Would you like to explain the process?
I've never understood that either.
Here.
Or they take their coaster and they put it on top of it.
Go
I've seen
ahead.
people do that.
Show me how you do it.
No, it doesn't happen.
That's funny. That's because that looked like exactly how you would do the wow, you put crack in it, you son of a bitch. So I almost said Taylor Swift. Another 20 years.
No.
Tara Reid was in this hotel. She was completely fucked up.
She was doing a story on Wilder.
25 years ago now.
Mm-hmm. And she looked good then, too.
If you want to feel dead, 25 years ago, Van Wilder. Jeez. So she's having problems. She can't stay up. They're trying to pick her up. They call for help. They end up putting her in at some point here, she's going to be in a wheelchair. Yeah, she's stumbling. She's falling over. Nice coat, though. What is that? Mink? Is that a stinky minky? Yeah, that guy's trying to hold her up. I don't even know if she's with that guy. But he gets to hold up a fading. Look, hold up a falling star, kids. So here they get, the hotel gets her a wheelchair because she's so fucking gone. She sits in the wheelchair for a little bit. Now, in a second here, she's going to not even have the leg muscle power, or her muscles aren't communicating with each other. She's going to slide out of the wheelchair. I mean, there's drunk and then there's whatever the fuck this is. There she is.
Oh.
Yep.
Keep going backwards.
I mean, that looks like you're dragging a corpse. I mean, honestly,
this is not working.
Tara,
Seatbelt.
I need your feet to cooperate, please. Just a little for me, sweetheart. So she claims that she was drugged. Somebody must have slipped something. And honestly,
could be something else.
Right. She's so hammered that it's just so bad that you believe it. You'd be like, yeah, you had to have something slipped. Well, they did their investigation. They've closed the case, and they've found no reason to substantiate the claim that she was drugged. So Tara Reid was drinking too much. She was probably taking some pills. So embarrassed by it that she had to lie about it.
Police have closed the investigation into the alleged drugging of actress Tara Reid.
So no way that guy's gay.
Play some more. We'll find out here.
Damn it.
Now, remember, this is a story that we covered extensively.
Yep, back in November.
Right, late November in a suburb of Chicago, Rosemont, to be precise. Tara Reid was at a hotel and hanging out at the bar. And
she says that she went out first.
Literally hanging.
Well, she's been known to have a nip slip here and there.
Yeah, grabbing onto everything with dear life so she can stay up.
Smoke, and then she left her glass of wine there, and when she came back, a napkin was covering it, but she didn't put the napkin there. She proceeded to drink.
to drink it and said that she
Right, she had this medical emergency, and look, and she was clearly in distress. The paramedics come.
In distress is like when Kevin McAllister's mom finds out he's not on the plane.
Yeah, Kevin.
That's distress. This is like if you melted Gumby.
They rush her off to the hospital, and
she says that the hospital told her that she was drugged, but when we interviewed her,
the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
She said that she was never actually tested. That's just what the hospital staff was telling her.
Right. So she clearly believed that she was drugged.
She says that she was drugged. She says, "Oh, the hospital staff told me I was drugged." No, the hospital staff probably told her, "It seems like you're also on drugs, not that you were drugged."
She files a police report, and because of that, police did an investigation. Well, they're not saying she's lying in court, but they're saying,
no, they actually gave us a statement, and they say that we are not saying that terrorist claims are false. However, at this time, we do not have evidence to support it, and there is nothing further on our end to investigate.
Now, could we find a better picture, by the way? I mean, could we not? I mean, that looks like it was taken the night of.
Or the morning of.
Yeah. So what they're trying to do there with that statement is give her a little plausible deniability, not totally hang her out to dry.
Yeah.
And basically say that, we're not saying she's a lying bitch, but we can't find any drugs in her system. I mean, it's pretty easy. You do a blood test and the drugs are either in there or they're not in there.
So, I mean, there it is. Very, very clear. Again, not saying she's lying or making this up. It's just like the evidence isn't there.
The evidence isn't there, so they have to close it.
And so when I spoke to Rosemont Police, they told me, too, that they had reached out to the hospital in order to obtain these tests that they believed were taken. And kind of like you guys mentioned, Tara said that she was tested. She was also trying to get the test results herself, but police have confirmed no tests were ever taken.
Yeah.
So without that,
okay.
they have no other evidence to prove a crime. And remember, there was a guy at the bar that Tara kind of alleged that he might have been behind this, this alleged drugging.
Right.
We spoke to
She
him.
looks like she's pounding him down pretty good. I mean, she's filling up one glass with another glass and hammering him back. She also said she only had one glass of wine.
He said, I didn't even know she was really having a drink. However, when we obtained the surveillance footage, it did show her having at least 3 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
To which Tara said, look, I knew I had one. I don't remember anything after that. So it was
She's guzzling.
Fair.
I mean, she's guzzling that wine. That's not like, oh, I'm having a dainty drink. I'm having a libation. I'm going
just
for it.
The
like a
video
bunch
was
of
terrifying.
confusion. Yes, it was
I want to
very
forget the sight of
terrifying.
Jason Biggs'
Wow.
balls.
It was so
Yelling.
scary.
Clearly something was wrong. It seems crazy to me that she was not drug tested at the hospital, that they wouldn't take her blood and test it.
They probably went, no, she's an addict. She's an alcoholic and she's fucked up. This checks out. Although someone comes in that inebriated, you think you would test.
American Pie.
She's a long way away from those days.
Yeah.
A long ways away, unfortunately. We got number 13, Los Federales with $1. Says, Oz, would you deep throat Aaron if it means it cures Johnny?
Looks like he's going to be in that wheelchair for a long time.
Thank God. I was, however long it took you to answer that question, it felt like a lot longer. Number 14 from Veldrain says, who drugged you, Tara? I don't know. I think it was right. This hand. That would be probably a little more accurate, to be honest. All right, guys, 89 memberships away from 600. Thank you very much. Hey, good news, guys. I got this in the mail for my company. The Minnesota Paid Leave Administration.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to register my employees for the paid leave thing where your employees can just bail on you for 3 months. And you have to hire a replacement, and you have to keep paying them, and it's fucked up. You going to start your car?
No, I'm going to leave.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? So we have the Minnesota paid leave thing. Tab's still running. And now, I didn't know this, but Minnesota's getting a minimum wage increase on January 1st.
Yes.
Why? Because Minnesota is one of those ingenious states that tied their increase of minimum wage to inflation. So this is the problem with raising the minimum wage that we were talking about years ago. Tying it to inflation. Now, companies aren't making more money. The economy isn't outpacing inflation at a grand rate. So all you're doing to these companies who are now dealing with inflation as it is now they get a double whammy of higher labor costs too.
Yep.
So now it's inflation, it's added labor cost. This is just a disaster. Like, this is a recipe for, like, you couldn't create a better plan to destroy small businesses than tying the minimum wage to inflation. So Minneapolis and St. Paul, oh wait, the state minimum wage rates do not apply in those cities because they've already passed higher.
Of course they did.
Minimum wage rates. The minimum wage for all employers in Minneapolis and macro and large employers in St. Paul reached $15.97 last year or this year. Adjusted for inflation, it will increase to $16.37 an hour for those working 40 hours a week. Annual wages will increase from $33,000 a year to $34.50. So just keep tacking it on. Just keep tacking on these costs.
McDonald's was a perfect example. Remember, they're like, oh, we're going to $18 or whatever an hour, and then they wonder why a Big Mac is $9.
Well, and now look at the kiosks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
you get rid of the
I mean, we're seeing in real time. I mean, it sucks that everybody warned them this is where it was headed, but we have to do the whole dog and pony show of actually watching it play out in real time.
Yep.
Wonderful. Somebody with $1 says that is literally Aaron after 3 drinks. Fucking lightweight. I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Mm-hmm. It's true. I never got why that's an insult, by the way. Lightweight. Oh, great. I don't have to spend a shitload of money on booze and I catch a buzz.
There you go.
If I get to 5, I'm going to bed. I can't handle it. I never understood why that was a bad thing. I love this, and I'm going to get called gay by you and everybody else, and everyone's going to think I'm a sack of shit. Taylor Swift brought in $2 billion in her Eras tour that she's been doing the last year.
Yep.
So she took $197 million out of that $2 billion, gave it all back to her staff.
Yep. $700K or something each? Or something like that?
$750,000 each to the dancers, which is 5 times their annual salary. And then truck drivers each got $100,000 each, which is doubling their yearly wage.
Yeah.
So
she's giving back.
How can you dislike? This is why I hate like media and pop culture and the TMZ culture and all that. It's like, it's all to generate clicks and like, ooh, is this person controversial? And like, what do people hate Taylor Swift for? She has a boyfriend who plays football. They're getting married.
Ooh. Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Like, I wish more people were like this. This is so, there is no reason she has to do this. And if she wasn't in charge of her brand, which she is now, no company would ever do this. No company would take $200 million. It's also amazing that $200 million only goes that far. Like, it gives you an idea of how huge her staff is. Yeah. For this tour, that you can take $200 million and you're like, everyone's getting bonuses. And you would think like, oh my God, I'm going to be a fucking millionaire. This is amazing. And they're like, $750,000 for the dancers. And you're like, how many fucking dancers you got? And then truckers, you're all getting $100,000. Now, I get that the dancers make the concert.
Yeah.
I get that. But did we, and I'm not trying to bitch, did we have to have such a big gap between the truckers and the... And now I'm doing the TMZ thing where I'm seeing her doing a really nice thing. And I'm like, come on, are you fucking piece of shit?
You should just shake it off.
I really should. You know what it is? This is all just bad blood, in my opinion. But whatever I say doesn't matter, you know? I'm just another picture to burn.
True.
It's totally fine. You know who would never do this?
Oh.
Tim McGraw. How many more you know?
That's it.
You know what this move was, in my opinion?
What's that?
Fearless.
Fearless.
She gave all of them the money and she said, look what you made me do. You think you're better than me because I know a shitload of Taylor Swift songs? Is that it? Because I feel your fucking judgment, okay?
No.
You think you're better than me because you're like, I'm fucking old. I'm not supposed to know Taylor Swift songs. Yeah, I know. All right? Some of them are good. All right? Some of them are bangers. And I'm not sorry. So quit looking at me like that.
Okay.
Call me a faggot with your eyes. This is Taylor Swift giving away $200 million in bonuses. God bless.
Done really well, thanks to all of our hard work. So if you will kindly read this message.
Taylor Swift.
There is something weird though about like giving them 6-figure incomes and being like, let me stand here and watch you read the card. Here I go. I'm picking it apart now.
Yeah.
It's a really sweet, nice thing. Honestly, if I gave someone $750,000, I'd want to fucking stare right in their face while they get it.
Yeah.
I'd want them to,
So is that enough, bitch?
Am I not getting a hug? You piece of shit. I give you give me the money back. Give me it back. No, this didn't make me feel as good as I thought it would.
Okay. Oh. Dearest Cam, we've traveled the world like we set out to do. We've dazzled the crowds, but we've missed family too.
Do you think this guy's gay?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't picking up any.
Good. I don't want to. I don't want to miss again like I did last time. No. My black gaydar is really like Bermuda Triangled, apparently.
No, that guy is the muff diving king.
He is. He loves eating pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy. Oh my God. He wears a snorkel down there. He wears a fucking oxygen regulator when he eats pussy. He's like, I ain't coming up. He loves 2 things: dancing,
and
eating pussy.
That's right.
Those are his 2 favorite things to do. You know what he does in his spare time? Practices eating pussy.
Well, it's very
puts a can of wet cat food down in a between 2 tortilla shells. I panicked. I didn't know. Could have gone with Kaiser rolls. What are you gonna do?
My full gratitude doesn't come from a bank, but here's.
Why did he say the N-word? That's really awkward to get money and just shout the N-word.
Dollars just to say thanks. Love, Taylor.
One of them opens the card and goes, all right, I quit this motherfucker. I'm fucking done.
I'm gonna start my own dance company.
That's right. I opened my own hotel.
Father was the one that presented the checks to our drivers, and he
Wait, so she presented them to all the gay dancers, and her dad had to go present them to the truckers. I'm sorry, Dad, you have to do it. I don't want to talk to them. They're dirty.
Yeah.
They all have cum stains on their pants. They whack off all the time. They're fucking. They're always
lizards.
They're always looking at me. There's always some trans lady in their cab. It's fucking.
They're usually washing their feet in the sinks at Lowe's.
They wash their balls backstage at the concert. It's weird. They ask me what the average age of one of my fans is, and go, "Oh, that's too high."
Is that a piss jug?
It smells like Quick Trip in here all the fucking time. Dad, you go give them their money. I can't stand to be around them. They're all doing meth. It's fucking weird.
Presented handwritten letters.
One of them tried to drive me to Bratislava.
You imagine what $750,000 would get you there?
Oh, God.
Nowhere near Bratislava.
Nowhere near Berlin.
Taylor, it's incredible.
I know tour truck drivers, and I've asked, do artists usually give out these big bonuses? Unheard of.
And they said, why are you wearing that wig and fake tits? Get out of the bathroom.
Strong Max. He's emotional. Oh my God, do you need a hug? Are you okay?
I'm gonna pass out.
I'm going to pass out. Well, don't worry. You can afford the hospital visit now.
Yeah.
I can see why people would hate this, because it would like force them to reconsider how they feel about Taylor Swift, because you can't see this about someone and then think they suck.
Well, and other artists too, like having a meeting after a concert, like your Tim McGraw or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I got, like you'd feel crappy, like giving everybody, the Jelly of the Month Club memberships,
Like Morgan Wallen's giving everyone the booze he didn't drink on tour.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got y'all bottles of Jack Daniel, Gentleman Jack. And they're like, Taylor Swift gave her people $750,000. You gave us a $750 of booze, and she gave them $750,000. Think you're gay? That's all. What are the top grossing tours of 2025.
Kiss.
Let's see who can what?
Kiss.
Of 2025?
Then aren't they doing another, like this is our last tour? They've been doing that for 20 years now.
Even if they are, they're not bringing in like Beyonce
Def
and
Leppard
Taylor Swift
brings
money.
in big money.
Wait a
Aerosmith.
minute. Coldplay, $465 million. Think about that. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour brought in $2 billion. The highest grossing tour of the year, Coldplay's reunion tour, $465 million.
And you can get busted screwing around with their Jumbotron.
Oh, that was Coldplay, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Oasis got together. Got back together. They're having a reunion tour. Not Coldplay, my bad. Coldplay, $465 million. Beyonce, $488 million. Kendrick Lamar and shit. Is that SZA or SZA? What am I supposed to? I'm getting old. I don't know black people anymore. $359 million. The Weeknd, $337. Shakira's still raking in $327 million on her tours. I guess the hips and the numbers don't lie. Am I right?
Hey.
Sorry. God, they don't make shit compared to Taylor's. No wonder they're not all giving people $750,000 bonuses. Compared to Taylor Swift, they're making peanuts. They're barely paying the mortgage over on that end. Holy shit. 90 memberships away from 600. Keep her going. We appreciate it, guys. You're doing an absolutely bang-up job today. We hope we are as well. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. Oh, Victor got us our new drop.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, Miller Auto wants my Tahoe.
Really?
You can tell my vehicle's paid off. I bought it at Miller Auto.
Yeah.
I got a text message from the Miller Auto line.
Of course you did.
Hi, Miller Auto Plaza here. Thanks for trusting us with your 2019 Tahoe. We'll trade you a newer option with lower miles. Check these out.
It's never enough.
Just right when you pay the fucking thing off. Isn't that amazing? It's almost like they know.
Yeah, of course they do.
Hey, come on. Can't we get you into something a little, more expensive?
Can we get some more payments out of you some way, somehow?
I'm old now. I bought my new car. I'm old now. I value paid off. That's my only one. My dad once told me, he said, get a new car once in your life, and then that's it. Don't waste your money on a car. And great life advice. Pass it down to your generation. So I think I love this Tahoe. I love this. My favorite vehicle I've ever owned.
Yeah.
Fucking went in the back seat yesterday.
With who?
Your mom. No, I'm kidding, Mrs. Oz. I forgot how bad winter melty snow season is for kids and putting feet on shit.
The back of your seat.
I went in the back seat and it looked like if someone had blood that was made of dried melted snow and ice, somebody had been murdered in the back seat of my car. Every door, the back of every seat. Oh my God.
Yep.
It was traumatic to look at. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to talk to him about it. And guess what's going to happen? Not a goddamn thing. It's going to be messy again. I'm going to go in. I'm going to fill a bucket of hot water and soap. And I'm going to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. And I'm going to get that shit all off. And it's going to feel good. And then next week, it'll be the same thing.
Yep. Well, at least you feel good for that week.
I will. I'll cherish it. So you're going to enjoy these. The media is starting to descend on Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, because we're a national embarrassment.
Yeah. And you've seen the memes, the Simpson memes, days since Minnesota's been a national embarrassment.
Yep.
Might as well just keep her at zero forever and ever. I saw a tweet this morning from that whistleblowers group, the Health and Human Services whistleblowers, the people who came out and tried to tell the Minnesota government that all this fraud was going on. And they said they're an important voting bloc. We can't do that, so on and so forth.
Sure.
They tweeted today that they said, please help. Tim Walz is now threatening whistleblowers behind the scenes.
Of course he is.
He's threatening to fire them, prosecute them, the whole, Tim Walz, it's so nice because all of us who never liked him always saw him as this guy, this vindictive piece of shit.
Yeah, just finally being exposed now.
Yeah, like the whole campaign where he was the, gee golly coach and teacher and I'm wearing my blaze orange and my camo and horseshit. I can work on a truck. Shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
Like we always saw him as, no, he's a cranky, moody, egotistical, He demands loyalty. He's a cunt. So now watching him become the guy we all knew, there's something satisfying about him ripping off his own mask and not being able to help show everybody who he is.
Yep.
Because of this fraud thing. I think it's great. So now it's starting to affect other Walz administration people. And I think what's going to happen before the next governor's election is that Peggy Flanagan, his lieutenant governor, who's like, if you think Walz is a liberal, Peggy Flanagan's out of her mind. I mean, she's wild. I think she and other people in that administration are going to push him out because he's just going to be too unpopular. And there's going to be too much dirt surrounding him. She wants to be governor. I think she's running for Tina Smith's Senate seat now, next year. But I think if there's a chance to pull back and she can become governor, I think she'll make that switch. And I think they're going to push old Timmy out.
Oh, push up Lindell's numbers.
You want Mike Lindell, huh?
I think he'd be awesome.
You want our guy. You know what? If he wins the primary, we're going to put him right here,
Yes.
right against the sign during the whole election next year. We're going to have.
I would like you to vote for me.
Fuck the light. We're going to keep Mike Lindell right there today. So, just during the Minnesota segment, so they're starting to hold hearings about all this welfare fraud. I mean, what's the rush, I guess? But they're starting to have these committee meetings where Walz administration officials are talking about what kind of oversight they've had on these programs. And Oz, you're not going to believe this. It turns out they didn't really give a shit and didn't really look into it. This woman is about to say that they operated on an honor system.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that works well. Yeah.
An honor system with a bunch of third world Somalis who thought it was a free pot of money.
Do you remember how well that works, just the whole honor system? Remember at the radio station we had that candy in an honor system?
Mm-hmm.
And so you could just take the candy and then you're supposed to put the money, in the money part.
Do you always do that?
Yes, but we had our Peloton, like the bike. I'm just going to use that as a reference.
Sure.
He was a burly man.
Okay.
Yeah, and anyways,
so you don't want to say Mark Lewandowski. I understand.
No,
okay.
no. Peloton. Our weirdo guy that LARPed.
Not Randy K.
Paladin.
Oh, Paladin. Well, he was poor. Like dirt floor
okay,
poor.
fine.
Like bare
Steal
feet.
away.
Yeah.
Anyways,
he was basically Somali.
The vendor said, by the way, we're going to have to take out this candy because it's been short now for the last couple of months.
Is that why we lost the candy box?
Yeah.
Was fucking Paladin?
And so anyways, then they went around and asked, and he said, oh, he goes, I thought it was just like you pay eventually.
I give Paladin I give Paladin
as he
break.
reaches in his pocket, you hear a bunch of rumbling of crackers and and candy wrappers, and
I give Paladin a pass because he was basically a Somali. So that's totally fine.
Ever seen a fat Somali?
Good point. Just the women.
You never see a Chinese bum either.
No. Then we got the vending machine, right?
I had the vending machine.
Oh, that's right. You had the vending. That's right, because you had to do.
I like to make the monies.
You had to do like little hustles because the radio station paid you in commercials.
Yep.
For your laser engraving.
I had to do a lot of side businesses.
Yeah. I also had to do side hustles because Gary didn't want to pay him for doing the
Basically,
show.
I did it for fun.
Hey, people did really dishonest things at the radio station. Like I know there was this one guy, he would do comedy shows and he would bring t-shirts to the comedy shows, like merch.
Oh, that's
for the comedy
right.
shows.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, he would just break up all the money made on the shirts and divide it between all the people who came to help in the comics and stuff. That guy was a dick.
I do remember we had our t-shirt money in a folder with all the different Cash Connection certificates.
Yeah.
And we were keeping track of it there. And all of a sudden, one day, the old man was going through there. He's like, what's and freaked out? Like, what's up with all this money? And it was like merch. And then he lost his mind,
Yeah.
Because he kind of loses his mind from time to time.
Gary would be like, we're not taking in the right amount of money
That
from
wasn't
the shirts.
him. It was his old man.
No, I know, but
Oh,
this was, I'm about to confess to something here.
Oh.
Gary, I would gaslight the shit out of Gary and make him think he was crazy and he was counting the money wrong. And I'm like, no, we're putting it all in there. You're not fucking keeping track of the shirts. I was totally stealing some of the money and giving it to the other guys because I didn't think they were getting paid enough. I will say, hand to God, I didn't take $1 of t-shirt money.
Now, why would you?
But I fucking Robin Hooded the cunt out of that. I always gave the station their cost.
Yep.
I just took the profit. I figure if the state, we always sold out of those fucking shirts. So I'm like, the company's breaking even.
Crap out of those shirts.
But I was like, these guys are getting paid $9 an hour to co-host the show. I'm giving it to them. Kind of like I never told the station that our Twitch channel was monetized. Because fuck them. Why? It's mine. So I took that money and I would divide it amongst the second one. You guys would get the Twitch money because I thought it was only fair. Because again, Oz got paid in commercials.
Yeah, we were kind of like the feeding helping hands thing. Except
I did.
It was legal.
I feeding our future like so much shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a fraudster.
We fed 1,000 kids today, and they actually only fed like 100.
Oh yeah.
It's like, where'd the rest of the money go? I don't know.
What did Gary? How did I get around? Because Gary would ask me about Twitch sometimes, and I can't remember how I got around it. He asked me if we got paid for the views we got on Twitch, and I said no, and that's not a lie. We didn't get paid for views. We took my clients' gift certificates and we gave them away to people who donated the most amount of bits and subs on Twitch that week. We had prize packages and we gave them to people. It was sweet. All right, so we got to get to this. They're starting to grill. Oh God, we got thank yous to throw out too. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
We got Veldrain with $1. Says Trump says pineapple is great. Pineapple is amazing. It's even better on pizza. It's probably the best pizza ever. What would that do it for you? Would you be done?
That'd be over. Yep, done.
Mr. Sista says, kitty girl, stop calling me kitty girl, Mr. Sista. I don't know you. If your co-host is homophobic, does he know about all our meetings at the Gay 90s? Does he know your special stall with the smaller glory hole to make little Imholt look bigger? He's lying. That's not. I've never done that.
Sure.
I don't know who Mr. Sista is. Telling you right now.
Okay.
Honky says, "Oi, me mum died in the holly." Oh, no, how does that song go? Fa-la-la-la-la. Oh, me mum died in the how? Deck the halls. Okay. Oh, me mum died in the holly. Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Aaron did a lot of Molly. Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la. I'll never forget confessing to my sins of 2024 and telling Keanu that I tried Molly and I liked it and I did that, probably 7 or 8 times. And she's like, out of everything you've done wrong, she goes, I think the most embarrassing thing is that at 37 years old, you started experimenting with Molly. And I'm like, that's, you know what? That's fair. I'm not proud of it. Hobo Chili with $1 says, Oz, good morning and Merry Christmas. First time, long time. Question, do you like Aaron's motherly apron? I'll hang up and listen. It's just a polo shirt.
Oh.
It's not an apron at all. It's not an apron. All right, guys, thank you very much. We were on a membership run earlier. I love that. Let's keep doing that. 95 memberships away from 600. Thank you so much. 584 of you checking out the show at the moment. Keep hitting like, keep hitting follow. And let's make that, let's get to 600. I think audience numbers until Christmas are going to be suppressed a bit. I think I can tell. I've been listening to people and they've been like, and I'm seeing on social media more, done for the Christmas break and everything. I'm like, fuck, what great gigs you got.
Yeah.
That you're done for Christmas already. Hot shit. Well, our house fraud prevention agencies are all over it on the Feeding Our Future and the Medicaid scandals. Better late than never, right?
Sure.
So they're starting to ask questions. And if you're not from Minnesota and you're watching today's show, sit back, enjoy this. You're going to laugh your ass off. If you're from Minnesota, prepare to feel an emotion that is, I would say, a combination of anger, I told you so, misery, depression, and hopelessness. Because if you think that what we've uncovered fraud-wise is all we have in this state, listen to what this woman is about to say our process is, and then realize it's way fucking worse.
All right.
You've done about looking at attendance records, because we saw with, for example, Feeding Our Future, it was all fake names. And, in this case, they have to have account, they have to have something authorized through Medicaid. Which
I'm sorry about the volume, guys. It's just really low volume on the thing.
It's her forehead.
She's sucking up all the sound in the room. Bad acoustics.
I appreciate. We've heard from numerous county officials about the pressure that they get to approve, especially senior care and stuff that's not. So it's all fraudulent. But what have we done about the attendance records? Because if we're only going out in every 2 years and peeking to see if they have something
Every
going on,
2
we don't
years.
know that they're actually spending 12 hours a day or 8 hours a day at what used to be a senior center, years ago, in some cases. So, what are we doing about that?
So her question is, how are we finding out that these people are who they say they are? They're servicing who they say they're servicing, and these services are actually confirmed being done. Wow. And then she says, right now, every 2 years, you guys go and check the names. Let's see. Now, she is a Republican representative, so she may be biased. Maybe the answer we get for this will show us that, well, it was just a few bad apples slipping through.
Oh,
the
yeah. Look
cracks.
forward to this.
Yeah.
Inspector Clark.
Thank you, Representative Anderson. So reviewing attendance records is a part of our licensing site visits, right? But like you said, those don't happen every year, right? We have limited capacity. We have not only adult day, but thousands and thousands and thousands, right, of licensed Medicaid programs in the state. So periodic licensing reviews would be one way that we're looking at attendance records. Another way we would be looking at attendance records would be if we are receiving tips of fraud or potential attendance falsification. If we're receiving those tips, then fraud investigators would go out and investigate.
So the Somalis who are perpetrating the fraud, other Somalis, I'm guessing, were not turning them in for fraud.
That would be so weird, right?
That would be like they value the country they're in more than they value each other and the thing. So we were fucked. We should be investigating every program that Somalis have touched, because in order to initiate fraud investigations, there have to be reports of fraud. And also, who's going to know they're committing fraud? It's a guy with a mailbox, 7 companies, all for these different services, and he's just writing down numbers and turning them in. There's literally nobody else involved. Who would turn him in for fraud?
Yeah, somebody angry getting all that free money.
Yeah, somebody's like, oh, these
This
checks.
just feels wrong.
Bullshit.
I need to turn in my boss.
I'm going to turn him in. The check was $10,000. This is getting ridiculous. I just bought another vehicle while Americans are starving.
Ahmed, come here.
Come here. We need to talk. I'm starting to feel dishonest about what we're doing. I'm going to guess that didn't happen a lot.
No, they're probabprobably good to go.
Probably fucking tickled pink that they're stealing our tax dollars and then sending it to Somalia. Did you know 33% of Somalia's economy is remittances from the United States?
No.
33%.
Providers. But I think what you're getting at is Medicaid also it's a trust-based system, right? Like, we do not have the staff at DHS. We do not have the technology to be looking over everyone's shoulder, verifying every attendance record, making sure that every bill that submit to us is appropriate, right?
You see, Oz, it's a trust-based system.
Did you see that his answers have been pre-programmed? He had this all ready to go.
Well, he'd better. I mean, you got a lot to answer
down.
for. Yeah, I wouldn't trust these assholes to wing it. That's not their strong suit.
You can always throw the blame on somebody else. Oh, we don't have enough staffing. Our technology is already blah, blah, blah.
But okay, I agree with that, though. But here's the thing. Then don't make the program that fucking big. Why would you have, if you have 10 guys to watch fraud, don't have 10,000 instances of people using the system. Make the system as big as the amount of people you have to check for fraud.
When they give you billions, you got to figure out how to spend it. One way or another, we're going to spend this money, because otherwise we don't get it.
It wasn't even that, though. I mean, it grew as much as there were claims. It was an unlimited pot of money. It was dude, the Somalis literally figured out the infinite currency cheat code in Minnesota. What, up, down, down.
Left, right, select, start. Yeah.
Jihad.
we need to be able to trust the providers that they are doing the right thing. So what
That's
can
rich.
we do on the front end to make sure that we weed out as many untrustworthy providers as possible?
Well, that's what ICE is trying to do right now, and you guys keep getting in the fucking way. Wait, ICE is trying to do your job for you, and you keep fighting them. I would just ask for 3 instances of fraud for each of my co-workers. Co-workers, get him. That's rich.
Yeah.
Do you really want to throw me off a roof for being gay? Because if you don't throw me off the roof, there's no reason you can't keep all that Feeding Our Future money.
There we were with the sun on our face.
Ripping off Christians like we were free men. I'm going to write down as many names on this paper, and you're going to swallow it. If you give me that many people to pay for, just let you know that it causes the government to bite down real hard.
That's where I think we need to be focusing as a state, because what you're getting at, right, is like, we're only doing licensing reviews every couple of years, right? And then we're only responding to tips like when we get them.
Right. You just keep repeating the shit we're mad about. I want to hear what we're going to fucking do about it. And it's so uncomfortable to watch these people tiptoe around obviously what the answer is. Like, hey, do you think if we deported a bunch of fucking Somalis, this problem might get helped a lot? They won't even discuss it. And fuck the Republicans too, because they won't ask it in Minnesota. They're too Minnesota nice. They're not going to be like, hey, should we maybe like kick out a bunch of these fucking people? How dare you? That's awful. So is stealing $8 billion from a state that's got a $5 billion deficit.
Weird.
Yeah.
So what are we missing? And
a lot.
Part of that is we just need to be able to trust these providers that are entering our programs.
That's not how it
We
works.
do
No.
that to verify that these are trustworthy businesses and individuals that we're doing business with as a state.
Should we go by skin color? Would that help? Would that be a good start?
It would save a lot of hassle.
So there you go. You're finding out that the Minnesota Medicaid and Feeding Our Future system was basically on honor. We're trusting he said, we just trust the providers to be What he's basically saying about the Somali fraud is what kind of animalistic monster would lie about feeding a child or helping an elderly retarded person? Well, we got our fucking answer, didn't we? Who would steal 100 bag lunches? It was that goddamn Sasquatch. That's who. Congratulations, Minnesota. We're going to be...
Keep it up. We'll burn all your bag lunches. We'll dance around it like wild Indians.
We'll burn up all of your Feeding Our Future slips.
Yeah.
You'll see the fire for miles. All right. I think you can go now. It all stops. All the scams. No, nothing stops. Because if it stops, we'll burn down all of your Hiltons in the city. Yeah. We'll make George Floyd look like a barbecue. Or am I being obtuse? Tridio Gamus with $2 says, just tuning in. Who's that fat middle-aged faggot on my screen? Oh, and hi, Oz.
Wow.
See, I'm the middle-aged faggot.
I get it.
I'm the fat.
Apparently I'm not old then.
Gay guy. Thank you to... Oh, that's the one you were worried about, not the gay one. The old one.
Right.
I mean, say that I kneel down in front of glory holes and suck cocks all day. Don't call me elderly. Veldrain with $1 says, will the number of people going to the zoo increase in the next 2 years?
No.
Take them to the zoo, Rock. $1. God damn it. Mr. Sista's back. I'm sorry I said I would stop saying kitty girl and call you pudding piler. I didn't want that either, though. But Oz can't be homophobic. He's not giving you the shit chat for you wearing women's shirts. This isn't a women's shirt today. It's not a blouse. Thank you very much. Thank you to Happy Wawa customer for gifting a membership. Look at that. Another membership. We're 94 away from 600. Boys and girls, keep gifting those memberships. We're riding a train today. The straightest train you've ever seen. Up over 600 of you checking out the show. Thank you very much. That means keep hitting like, keep hitting subscribe, and keep hitting follow, and keep gifting those memberships. We appreciate it. So now you saw that. You saw the Walz administration kind of defend itself. This is how we do it. Yeah. It's Friday night. and I feel all right. Somalis are here on the west side. So I defraud 40 and I turn it up. So now we're getting the people affected by this scandal are now giving their testimony to the Minnesota legislature. So the flip side of this is we had all that Somali fraud. And that has caused the state of Minnesota to end all these programs, basically saying we can't provide any more services because apparently the whole thing is rotten to its core. So now you have hungry children, people who need daycare, people who need adult daycare, and handicapped people who need services, but they can't anymore because we had to shut it down for the fraud. So now these disability advocates are fucking screaming at the Minnesota government. And I was watching this guy, Nate Olson, yesterday, and it was cathartic. It was like he was speaking through the taxpayers, essentially. Okay. This is that same hearing yesterday here in Minnesota.
I'm Olson, a disability advocate for the state of Minnesota.
He's nervous as fuck, though. He's breathing
What do you
fire.
mean nervous as fuck? I was thinking.
Oh, you think pissed?
No, gay.
Oh, you think he's gay as fuck? I was going with the gasp. I was like,
let's
he's
listen
like,
a little more
all
of
right.
the voice.
Madam Chair, I'm Nathaniel M. Olson, a disability advocate for the state of Minnesota.
Seriously?
Really? You're getting gay out of that?
Oh, you're right.
Is my gaydar off today? Does it need to be recalibrated?
I think you need to put some WD on it.
What, so a black guy doesn't talk like a thug and all of a sudden he's a mo?
Let him speak some more.
You really? I mean, I didn't think there was much of a difference between St. Cloud and Eden Valley, but holy shit.
Yeah.
You're going gay, huh? I thought he was like a nice scholarly college boy. Now I'm calling him boy. Now who's the fucking... All right.
I've heard the commissioners...
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You might have a point. He did a little flippy finger. But you know, when I get mad, I get a little flippy finger. Oh, shit.
In the Department of Human Services, but the one thing that I'm freaking worried about is this freaking fraud.
All right, he's gay. He's about to call her bitch.
Maybe he's married. He's Metro.
Oh, he's gay. He's gay as he is black, my friend.
He's black?
Oh, sorry. I forgot you can only handle one thing wrong with people at a time. All right, let's continue with Nate Olson. He's on our side, you dick.
Yeah.
He's criticizing Tim Walz. You're going to have to be okay with some cum slurpers from time to time, all right? If we're going to get this, to quote Muhammad Ali, if we want to see this thing done, we got to put honkies with connections and badass niggas to it.
There you go.
It was a quote, so it's totally fine. I want gifted memberships for that. My career's over again.
That's happening over our state where there's 600,000 disability people in the state of Minnesota that could suffer. And sadly...
Oh my God, he's so fucking gay. I can't believe I didn't see it right away. Oh my God.
That's why I'm here.
He should be cutting wrestling promos though. Like he's like, and another thing, with everybody saying Nate Olson, yeah.
It's quite interesting that we have Governor Walz speaking in front of the state and saying that this fraud is nothing beside, but my people.
Holy shit. Wait, there's
your
also,
people.
Well, there's a lot of groups that he...
Okay, I was just saying, you gotta be more specific.
Maybe a little autism in there too.
No.
He's dressed really not... Yeah, I should have known gay right away. Straights wear solid colors.
Are done suffering. We're done with this fraud. We're done with the Department of Human Services coming up here and saying, oh, we're going to figure this out. This has been too long.
Fucking go off, Queen. Yeah. I love this guy. He's pissed because now there's a bunch of fucking old retards who can't get help because because other retards ripped them off.
Well, the governor.
How does it feel to know you have like adult Down syndrome and now you can't get rides and shit to work in places because a bunch of people who probably have a lower average IQ than you do ripped you off?
Yep.
I'd be as mad as this flaming gay autistic guy. I want him to run for governor.
Actually, he'd be improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he's purposely gay.
Right.
The administration knew that this fraud was coming. I've talked to family.
And if he knows when something's coming, if anybody knows,
absolutely.
It's Nate Olson. That should be his gubernatorial slogan. I know when things are coming. Vote Nate Olson.
Parents, everyone have been reaching out to me and saying, oh, this is what is happening to my child. This is what is happening to my child. We're afraid. We need to put aside these differences and we need to come together and put a stop to this fraud.
Martin Luther Cock over here.
Yeah.
I can't wait for black people to join us in saying, we need to kick these motherfucking Somalis out of here. Then it's going to be undeniable. We need the blacks.
Their support would be appreciated.
I mean,
like Mandingo here.
Jesus Christ. In Mandingo, I think is what.
Our governor is not doing anything to help us, but sit here and decide he wants to blame Donald J., the president of the United States.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I'm sorry. I love him.
He's in a
this guy rules.
Yeah.
Nate Olson is the star of today's show.
Who has nothing to do.
I want to hear the stutter again.
The Donald J.
I can tell you're lying because when you're denying Donald J. Trump,
Donald J., the president of the United States,
he did the Porky Pig.
Yes.
He did the leader of the nation.
Suffering Somalis.
The backwards crooked letter Trump.
Here and decided he wants to blame Donald J., the president of the United States.
Actually, you need to keep that as a sound bit. You still have your sound bit guy?
Oh, Victor, yeah. Can you grab this? Okay, we need to be quiet. We're going to get a clean one for Victor to get here.
Blame Donald J., the president of the United States.
You laughed, you son of a bitch.
Right,
we need to give Victor a clean one. Here we go.
Sit here and decided he wants to blame Donald J., the president of the United States.
How can he not laugh?
He's the best. You got to get over your homophobia. This guy rules. If he's going to be our next governor, you got to fucking ease up on the queebs.
Who has nothing to do with this. There is a time.
I'm just so mad I could get AIDS. Oh, he's black and gay. Ooh. Make sure all your partners are tested, bro. Or just fuck upper middle class white dudes.
To hold our governor accountable, and I'm not seeing it. This fraud.
I tell you what, if this governor here doesn't expose the fraud, I'm gonna bend him over and I'm gonna put my Black Johnson in his mouth.
What?
I love this. Bad pause. That was a bad pause on my part. I don't want to say what he looks like because it would be really bad.
And I'm not seeing it. This fraud is outrageous. And I'm very
His lips quivering. Oh yeah. It's fucking mad.
Scared for my little brother if he goes into ICS home.
What? Wait, well, that's not something that my people from where I come from that's not usually something they're worried about. That's I'm worried for my brother if he goes. Oh, ICS isn't child protective. That's like the disability. So he's probably got a disabled brother.
But right now he's home with my parents and he's going to stay there because I'm going to keep fighting for these disability people because none of them are right here and I am their voice. It is time.
It's a gay fucking voice they got. It's a fabulous voice though.
Oh yeah.
For us to say enough is enough.
And it's time for a change.
I'm done. And it makes me sad to see what.
You ever notice that whenever gay people say they're done, they've probably got another 20 to 30 seconds?
Easily. Yeah. No, our minutes.
I mean, when they're talking.
Oh.
I don't mean until you feel the hot yogurt on your back. It's one of my favorite, the movie Philadelphia? Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, where Tom Hanks is a gay lawyer. One of such a dumb, awful boomer joke, but it's so funny when the lawyers are in the sauna telling gay jokes. And he goes, how does a faggot fake an orgasm? Throws a quart of hot yogurt on your back.
What's happening to our state?
See, now that one I would eat. The one that they say I did is not true. It was a lying drug addict. A quart of hot. I love yogurt, especially the flavored Dannon kind.
Oh, yeah.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Shaken, not stirred.
Oh, your lips to God's ears. Fabulous, glittery ears. By the way, you're ripping on gays. You got glitter on your cheek.
No.
You don't give a fuck. Actually, it might be paint. Were you painting?
No.
Were you eating chips?
Yeah. That explains a lot.
A great state. It was.
Oh, shit.
But all of this fraud that is coming around here, all these excuses that is happening, needs to stop.
God, I can't believe I said
So
he wasn't.
angry he could eat.
I can't believe I said he wasn't gay at the beginning of this. I gaslit the shit out of you.
You're just like, oh, were you picking up on that? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Now you're like, oh.
Now I can't not see it.
Right.
I'm surprised his glasses don't have windshield wipers.
Oh, so
by the
fabulous.
way, I agree with this guy, by the way. I'm going to go down to the pond today with a baseball bat, and I'm going to take care of all of these things he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's frogs.
Insulin.
Oh, fraud.
Oh.
Fraud. I thought he fraud. You know what?
The frog's gay.
I ruined it. Yeah, they're turning the frickin' frogs me. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Minnesota needs to become a great state again. Thank you. And thank you guys for your guys' hard work.
Mimga. Oof. Mimga. Make Minnesota gay again. I like that guy, though. Who cares what he puts in his butthole? I'm a fan of his
Obviously,
work.
he doesn't.
You don't know that. He could be picky.
Can you step it up a little bit? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, that one's
King Kong Dong with $1 says Oz's gaydar must be screaming sitting next to you. How dare you? Veltrain with $1 says, oh, how did we miss this one? He's turning the freaking fraud gay. Los Federales with $1 says check your ex. I hear she's in Wilmer. I guess the appropriate answer for me would be which one?
yes.
Coltrane with $1 says, hey, Oz, do you do engraving out of your house too or just at shows? I'm thinking I'm going to get some stuff done, and I'm out of Painesville, so not far away. Oh, yeah, AP Laser.
Yep, we totally make that happen.
This is the part where you tell them how to get a hold of you.
Oh, no, you just go to the A&P Laser Engraving and you just Google it, and I'm the first one that pops up because you know why? We're the fucking best.
That's right, kitty girl. Now I'm going to start calling people kitty girl. I'll just pass the abuse on. Yes, they're having a fun time at the White House. There was also a clip of Miriam Adelson saying that Trump could run for another term. And that, here, Miriam Adelson is Trump's biggest donor. If you're wondering why Trump has left us all behind and he seems to only be catering to one very specific group, it's because Miriam Adelson gave him $250 million during the last election. And this is going to sound like a conspiracy. You're going to hear this clip and you're going to go, as if Bappa Shab and Sam Show don't get enough
material.
As if they don't have enough holy shit moments from this program. This is Donald Trump during his appearance in the White House yesterday, talking to Miriam Adelson, his $250 million donor.
Miriam Adelson, do you want to come up, Miriam?
Hey, you bought it.
Come up here, Miriam. Miriam gave my campaign indirectly and directly $250 million. She was number.
Yeah, let's talk about how that should be a crime. Firstly,
let's talk about anyone who does that. Yeah, goes to prison. How about you shouldn't even be allowed to give $250 to a political candidate? It's open bribery. I mean, the Citizens United case was one of the latest death knells, one of the last nails in our republic coffin. Was Citizens United saying corporations are people. Now, Johnny, I know a little something about this. I have a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a person.
Really?
I've looked. I've looked, I've taken a look, I've seen Aaron Imholt and Steel Toe Media Incorporated are in fact two. One's a person, one's an entity. It in fact says in my paperwork, the entity.
Right.
The S Corp is an entity. Like, if I were a person and Steel Toe Media Inc. were a person, I should just be able to just, their money is my money, right? Just two people working together, you know? But if some money moves out of the Steel Toe Media account into the Aaron Imholt account, guess what I have to pay on that?
Taxes.
Taxes. As though an entity was giving a person money. But Citizens United decided that money is free speech. You can give to these super PACs as much money as you want. And if anyone tries to stop you from giving $250 million to a presidential candidate and essentially buying them, they would go to jail.
Yeah.
They'd be breaking the law. No. The person who tried to stop you from giving that money would go to jail. They'd be breaking the law. They'd be denying your constitutional rights.
But yeah, no, $250 million. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump's been purchased.
Right. Like he's like, Miriam, would you like to come up here? No. Miriam says when you can go up there. Not the other way around, my friend.
When somebody can give you $250 million, I think that we should give her the opportunity to say hello.
I mean, why not? You bomb countries for her.
We should give her the opportunity to say hello and also the opportunity to call me in the middle of the day and tell me what to decide on foreign policy.
Yeah. $250 million. I got to be honest. I don't think anybody, and maybe I'm listening to too much Sam Cedar. I don't think anybody should have enough money where they can just give $250 million to something. Unless it's a business investment that's going to show a return of some sort.
Oh, it was. It was a business investment. And it did show. It has shown a return. You saw Benjamin Netanyahu's victory lap on that return a couple minutes ago.
God, how about that? Judah Maccabee did it for America.
Right? And without Judah Maccabee, there'd be no America.
That's right. Judah Maccabee, ladies and gentlemen, was the first American founding father. Don't forget that.
And Miriam,
and everyone else.
Miriam, if you want me to say that, it's going to cost you another $25 million.
Make it quick, because $250 million is not what it used to be. Okay?
Haha, the economy's in shambles and nobody has any money and everybody's fucked. But look, all my Jewish friends are here to celebrate with me.
I don't know if you know this or not, Don, but that's not a... I wouldn't brag that, like, hey, 250 ain't what it used to be. Right. I'd hate to be the guy in charge while that's the case.
You know, guys, all those checks I printed back in 2020 caused a shitload of inflation. 250 million just isn't what it used to be, and that's technically probably my fault.
Hello, darling. Come here.
Oh, come here, my little Jewess.
Incredible woman.
His lips are turning black.
A great husband, a man that loved Israel.
Oh, God. Oh! Dude! What president are you what country are you the president of? I don't give a shit. By the way, her husband was Sheldon Adelson, who shelled out fuckloads of money for everything Zionist. God, this is just... And then, you know what bothers me? I'm going to tell you what bothers me about this. People watch this show and then they go, Aaron, I like your show. You talk about the news and the world and everything else. And then on the other side of their mouth, they go, Aaron, you're talking about Israel and Jews too much. I'm talking about the most important shit in the world. Our president just said that. Our president just admitted to being bought and paid for by a Jewish couple and owned by a Jewish couple. Don't
renowned for being starch Israel Zionists.
Yes.
Like, it's not like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory and these coincidences. No. They're known for supporting Israel above all else. He just said they paid him $250 million.
Don't sit here and gaslight me and be like, Aaron, you talk about this too much. It's fucking important. I wouldn't talk about it so much if you people didn't realize it yet. I'm trying to smash it into your fucking heads that this is why our country's in the to paraphrase Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach 2000, This is why this company's in the goddamn shape it's in, because of bullshit like this. Although in this case, Miriam Adelson is Vince Russo and Donald Trump is Jeff Jarrett.
Well, Mr. President, when you were in the Israeli parliament and you gave a speech and you saw me from far away, you called, and at that time I came with a scooter to the parliament just to hear you.
Why is it okay in America for us to yell at Somalis, go back to your country, but we can't? But if we do it to Miriam Adelson, it's a crime.
Because you're anti-Semitic.
But they're openly rooting for another country while they're here.
Yep.
But
they're doing the exact same thing.
Okay, you be the public, I'll be me. Hey, these Somalis are more trouble than they're worth. They should all go back to the country they came from.
It's very insensitive of you.
But that's okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
You can have that opinion.
Hey, all these Israelis who are rooting for a foreign power over the United States and live here and are citizens, they should all go back to their country.
Jesus, Hitler, what's wrong with you, you anti-Semitic asshole?
See that? I don't understand it. I hear it. It goes
weird.
into my ear, but it sounds like I'm saying the same thing and getting two different responses.
It does sort of seem that way.
Wanted to hear you alive.
And by the way, to paraphrase Muhammad Ali, I ain't got no quarrel with them Somalis. Ain't no Somalis ever made me bomb another country for them. In fact, we bombed them.
I can't say no quarrel. They did steal a lot of money.
Well, I have a quarrel.
Disruption.
Yeah, I have a quarrel with that. And the whole Black Hawk Down thing. It's like, we were just trying to give you food, you fuckers.
Right?
And then you say, Miriam Adelson, and I stood for a second, but it was so painful, so I said. Then
God, they fucking complain about everything. I'm sorry, but it's all complaints. It's all, even a happy event. You're at the White House. You're like, you said my name and I was so happy, but oh, my back is worked up. Oh, it's so bad at this age.
I tried to stand, but all the pain, so I sit.
I want
and she's talking about when he called her out at the Israeli parliament. It was like, yeah, so we had our president who's been sucking Israel's dick for the last 5 minutes. Also, by the way, he attends their social functions too.
Right. I want these right-wing Americans like this steel toe guy. I want him to start telling the truth about Israel and stop attacking Israel. Well, which one do you want me to do? I can only do one of those things. I can either tell the truth about Israel or I can stop attacking people from Israel. Which one would you like me to do? My hands are tied here.
you screamed, Miriam, stand up! And I wish you would have known, but I stood up and heard all your compliment, and thank you very much.
I saw you back there.
I also said, don't ever order me to stand up again, you goy dog.
Standing.
Yeah, you saw me.
She stood
Thank
up
you.
bravely.
And now I met Alan Dershowitz, and he said,
Oh, God.
This is literally like hanging out with somebody's grandma.
And then, but did you hear the name she just dropped? I was talking to Alan Dershowitz. You know, massage from an underage girl at Epstein Island, Dershowitz, but it's okay because I kept my underwear on, Dershowitz. Glad you two are in regular communication. That's great. You guys will love Friday.
the legal thing about it 4 more years, and I said, Alan, I agree with you, so we can do it. Think about it.
Alan's here someplace. Where's Alan?
Alan is here.
Alan's getting rubbed down by a middle schooler, allegedly.
Oh, he had a flight. Alan is here. Think about it.
Thank you.
Maybe I will be the first one who told you, or second. Yeah.
She said, think about it. I'll give you another 250. But
No. And now if that 250 million at the end of your election, or God forbid before, went straight into America's coffers, we could talk about that. But since you get it, I'm like, no.
This is fucking wild. I can't. And by the way, that's the end for today. That's all we've got on that stuff for today. So we went from about 7:05 to 7:25. So for those of you saying it's the whole show, it's the whole show, it's the whole show,
it's about 20 minutes.
I'm being very conservative. All right. I'm moving things along. Joey Caravello with $2 says, isn't Johnny's channel called Just Kidding Fag on Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch? Is that the name? Is that the accurate name?
No, it's Just Kidding LLC. I don't know what he's watching. I struggle to imagine.
That's not the right name.
It's not the right name. He's watching something totally different.
Silverwolf with $1 says, you took a look, yes, but was it in a book? Fuck.
How do you feel about that one?
It's a Reading Rainbow joke. You know what?
Yep.
Look, I did a 2000 Bash at the Beach reference.
Okay. Nobody's perfect.
What do you want me to do? Tim Finman says, wow, totally not cult-like behavior. Oh, no, not at all.
Not even a little?
No, they're all totally fine. Rest of us are gay. By the way, you know what else kind of sucks about them? Jesus, here we go. The other thing that kind of sucks about them is that they don't give a shit about like trans bathrooms. They don't give a shit about gay marriage or anything like that. But they will push those as like very serious issues. So the rest of us fight about it. So we don't
pay attention to everything else they do.
So we don't go, hey, these billionaires shouldn't be allowed to give all this money to presidents. It's clearly legalized bribery and they're just buying access. Oh, you're not going to believe this. There's a person with a penis going into your daughter's bathroom. You should do something about that, Goyam. You're so big and strong. You can stop them as a man. You're right. I should. Thank you, little Jewish lady, for telling me I should stop the person with dick going into the bathroom. That's great. I'll just be over here manipulating your economy and using my private equity firms to buy up all of your once great franchises.
Have controlling stakes in all your companies, but not ownership, so it's not a monopoly.
That's right, but I stopped the person with the penis from going into the bathroom all 5 times that's happened this year. Yes, you did, and you're very big and strong. I'm so glad I have you to protect me. Did you know there are brown people in the desert who are bombing us for the mere fact that all we do is not let them have actual homes?
Or food.
Or food? Did you know that flour is a bomb, so we can't let them have bread?
Now I'm just picturing like someone breaking bread at a table, like there's a Palestinian table, like they break bread and then an Israeli trooper just turns around. He's armed and
fuck it, put it down, you Muslim cocksucker, put it down now. It is just bread to feed my family. I don't think that violated the ceasefire. I think that was actually totally fine. They were holding bread.
Dinner roll.
Jesus. Hey, I have a quick question for you guys. Did you just murder 18 Palestinians because they were having a bake-off? Oh my God, did you see that there was a black lady and there was a man with a penis going into a changing room? You guys should do something about that. I would be so angry if I were you. Detonate the Claymore in the Palestinian daycare. Talk about the Howard Stern thing. I feel like I haven't given you guys a lot to bitch about tonight. So why don't we give you something to bitch about? Howard Stern apparently renewed his contract with SiriusXM. You know, there was that totally wacky, funny bit he did with Andy Cohen not too long ago where Howard Stern wasn't coming back. Howard's retiring. Oh, guys, he just brought his gay Jewish friend on to do a bit. We all remember that Howard from 2000. Well, it looks like Howard is renewing. His contract has been extended for another 3 years, so he'll be 74 when this next contract runs out. Why not? I mean, they're probably. I mean, they've also lease out his back catalog. He'll make I don't know, $25-50 million a year. He's got too much pride. I don't think they released the terms of his deal anymore. You know, the first one, everybody was singing about the $500 million over 5 years. And then I think his renewal was was the same deal. He was still making $100 million a year. And then the third one, which I think he's been there for 20 years. So the third contract, it went down to like 70 or 80, but they made the deal for his back catalog so he could spice that up. And now this last one, they didn't release the details of it because Howard wanted to save face. But, you know, it's not necessarily Howard's fault. I mean, shit, he's 71 years old. A lot of his audience has kind of outgrown him. He's outgrown a lot of his audience. He's changed his show a whole lot. Howard's playing with house money. I mean, the minute he moved to SiriusXM, he was already the guy that changed the game. He was already on the Mount Rushmore of radio. And I think at Sirius, until Artie left, he still did really good radio. So everything he did after the age of 55, 60, house money. I mean, yeah, he's annoying and the COVID shit and his Trump hatred and all that. He got a little paranoid, got a little crazy, but old people do that. Old people go nuts. Imagine if someone you knew who was 71 years old had to have a radio show 3 times a week. They'd sound like an old coot too. Howard is an old coot. That's why he sounds like one. So I don't know. Howard's given me a lot of laughs over the years, so I'm not going to, sit here and bash the guy. Plus, you're 71 years old. People are like, why doesn't he walk away? 71 years old. A company asks you to show up 3 days a week, and they'll give you, let's be conservative, $25 million a year. Why not? What else are you going to do? I mean, the old saying, how much money is enough money? More. Somebody, everybody, Howard's got so much money. Howard's got hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank. Howard's doing so. Why wouldn't he just retire? Why? He doesn't need to work. No, but if someone's going to throw $25 million at you every year, take it. Why not? Especially when you have children. They could always use more. You're building generational wealth so your great grandkids won't have to work. It's kind of neat. So yeah, re-up 3 more years. It's Sirius XM. It's a dying technology and a dying company anyway. If they're willing to throw the money at you, take it. Plus, Howard Stern is one of the very few name draws that brings in any money around that place. I mean, I'm sure Howard's still got, even if Howard's got 500,000 listeners, even if it's down that far, what's a Sirius XM subscription? Let's say, I'm going to say $12. I have no idea, but $6 million a month. Let's say there's some kind of package deal. We'll go 10 months. So that's $60 million a year Howard probably still draws in, not to mention advertising revenue he probably brings in. If they're paying Howard $50 million a year, he's probably still drawing money for the company. And there aren't many people on Sirius XM who are drawing money for the company. Maybe Megyn Kelly. But Howard Stern, one of the few guys that still is. So makes sense for Sirius, makes sense for Howard. I know everybody wants to trash the shit out of him. The extent, and now a lot of people say like, oh my God, $100 million a year. That was a crazy contract he got. I believe the deal they made was with Howard's corporation. So like $100 million was not Howard takes $100 million, puts it in his pocket. I mean, that he's got to pay, everybody on staff, Robin, Fred, Gary, Sal, Richard, everybody, all the news people. And I know the staff isn't as big as it used to be. He's got to pay all those people with that money too. So it's not like Howard ever just, W-2'd for $100 million. Well, even in the best days of Sirius. He admitted, quote, I do like my days off. You know me. I'm never bored. I'm busy every minute. I need me time. I've never had me time. I've been working my whole life. Never really having a personal life. I thought maybe at this point in my life I could have some free time. It would be sad, but exciting for me. I was really torn up. I still do love being on the radio. I think the show is better than ever. I mean, you got to say that. I get it. Stern shared his schedule will include summers off and limited trips to Sirius XM's New York City studios, offering him plenty of flexibility. At the end of the extension, Stern will have been on Sirius XM radio for 22 years. 22 years. So he was on terrestrial from like 77 to 04. That would be 27 years. So 27 on terrestrial, 22 on Sirius XM, damn near 50 years in radio. I mean, look, you can hate his show now. You can think he sucks, whatever. But you can't take that away from the guy. That's pretty amazing. So good for Howard. Take the money, do your show. Mick Tinglehoff says, was his show really funnier than Opie and Anthony? Oh, God, yeah. If you're old enough to remember, it wasn't even close. Howard was, his show, is Howard funnier himself? No. But the Howard Stern show, the way they put it together, Opie and Anthony did an imitation of the Howard Stern show. They put really funny stand-up comedians on. That's about what they added to the formula. But they did Howard Stern. They grew up listening to Howard Stern. There is no Opie and Anthony if there's no Howard Stern. Howard paved the way. So yeah, those of you who are old enough to know the Howard Stern show in its prime, not only funnier than Opie and Anthony, but more interesting to listen to, too. And I think both shows were great. I think both shows were awesome, but goddamn, Howard in his prime, he fucking cooked. And at a time where you couldn't say shit. Like, the time Howard Stern was doing this stuff, it was like even before WWE was, doing Stone Cold and drinking beers and having titties out and stuff. Howard was saying shit on radio where you'd look at each other and go, I don't think you can say that. I mean, he paved the way. Taste Ferry Ialto says Stern greater than O&A for sure. And there's, by the way, I don't think either of the Opie and Anthony guys would be like, oh, God, I'm upset that you would say that Howard would. No, they would admit it too. Taste Ferry Ialto says Tom Bernard in their prime was the funniest. I mean, it wasn't a bad show here locally, but Hobo says Aaron has tasteful nudes of Howard Stern. I don't have tasteful nudes of Howard Stern. All right, guys, throw in a couple of bucks, throw in a couple of memberships, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. You guys have gotten over 200 of you here to watch a show that was 45 minutes late and is doing no goals or anything like that. Goddamn, man, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Keep going, keep throwing, and there's no official goal, but what I would like to do by the end of this little rant here is I would like to knock out our shortage from this morning, if that's a fair thing to do. Let's do this. Minnesota. I'm not trying to not have to like hide Minnesota's embarrassment from the country. It's fine. We are who we are. I'd rather you hear it from me than hear it from somebody else. But Minnesota is fucking embarrassing. This is the Minneapolis police chief, Brian O'Hara. Now, this is supposed to be the top law enforcement guy in the city of Minneapolis. This is the same guy who, when the Somali fraud stuff happened and the federal government said, we're sending ICE to your city to figure out what the fuck's going on with your Somali community because there's trouble afoot. Brian O'Hara was the one who was like, we stand by our Somali community, and if you see ICE anywhere, you call us and we'll give them a what for. And it's like, way to uphold the law, dildo. Well, this cuck is now trying to compare Somali immigrants to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I hope this doesn't make you too mad. I meant to present this to you guys as something kind of wild and funny and silly and stupid, and we could all make fun of him. I just realized right now before I hit play, this could piss a lot of people off. This is Brian O'Hara, the police chief of Minneapolis.
It's especially personal to me, having been raised a Catholic, to be in a Christian church this morning as we are approaching Christmas.
All right, then I have an idea. Let's have all the Somalis convert to Christianity. Let's have them turn in everybody they know who's committing fraud. Have them turn in everybody they know who's here illegally. They all convert to Christianity. We'll call it a win, and they can stay. They got to get a job, and they got to get off welfare. That's the other thing.
And I cannot help but think of what is happening in our city today and how that echoes with how outsiders have been treated for thousands of years.
Don't you do it, you piece of shit. Don't you I know. If you know, you know where this guy's going to go with this.
How Mary and Joseph themselves were considered outsiders.
You've got to be shitting in my mouth.
Barn. That's what we're...
Should we force Somalis to stay in a barn? Is that what you'd like? I'm not following the comparison here. I mean, chances are the state's going to be paying for the barn anyway. They'd find a way to take over the barn and sell it to somebody else without owning it.
Getting ready to commemorate as Christians around the world, while all of this fear is happening right here in our town.
It's not fear. We're not afraid of Somalis. the community is committing shitloads of fraud and robbing the taxpayers. And the worst part is they're sending it to Somalia. 33% of Somalia's economy is people here sending our money back. And when over half of Somalis are on welfare and 33% of Somali's economy is Somalis sending money back, you do the math on that. There's a sizable chunk of Somalia's economy that is supported by our tax dollars. So, yeah, no, that's not fear. We're not afraid of them. I mean, unless they're on the road turning into my lane. Unless they're holding me up in the left lane. I guess I don't really give a shit. But, like, it ain't fear, dude. I hate when they do that, when they're like, oh, you guys are afraid. Not in the least. I'm pissed. I wish this, they want to make it a race thing. It's a simple math equation. They cost more to have here than they produce and contribute to the economy. It ain't a white thing. It ain't a black thing. It ain't an African thing. It ain't a Muslim thing. It's a math thing. The numbers don't add up. So Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner's son gets arrested, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Death penalty's on the table. I hope that they just take a plea and he gets life in prison so the family doesn't have to go through a trial. But this guy shouldn't be executed. Is he a nut? Yeah. Does he represent everything I hate about mental health in this country? Absolutely. Does he deserve to die? Yup, sure does. But I feel like if we could talk to his parents, they wouldn't want that. By the way, Los Federales writes, RIP headphone users. No shit. Right? Chad Buzamok says, clip as requested by 44ron on X. Oh, no. Buzamok, don't fuck it up. We're having such a good day today. We're almost back to perfect for the week like this audience always does. Don't fuck it up with a clip. Recalling his last night's events. Oh, no. Come on now. It's only 4 seconds long. Now, I remember talking about the events of last night. I remember it being longer than 4 seconds. Nice shirt on that guy, by the way. Wow, fuck me in the butt. Again. No, that was after a search. Clearly, that was taken out of context. And also, Chad Buzmak, if you go into the chat, nobody believes you. Nobody believes that was actually what I was referencing when I said that. So don't worry. Don't worry. No. It's not happening. 574 of you checking out today's show. Thank you very much as we go into overtime here. I appreciate it. Sorry, Hobo. I busted you on that. No offense. Sorry, buddy. Let's go here. Let's watch some of Rob Reiner's comments on his own son. And then you tell me if you think he thinks his son should have been executed. Rob Reiner and son. Because there's a few clips of him talking very kindly about like his son's struggle with mental illness. I think he made a movie about it. I mean, maybe the son felt like his dad like took advantage. I mean, just look at that. Look at the fucking the psychotic eyes. I mean, tell me we don't need to go back to the fucking, what do you call it? The state hospitals. I mean, there's murder in his eyes.
I mean, we get into issues and I would see, the whole process for me, I can just speak for myself. It did make me understand him a lot more. And I think it made me a better father. Hopefully it did. I don't know, but I think that, and you'll see it in the film. What happens is
lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. Doesn't seem to be living till he cuts your throat. You hear that high-pitched kind of screaming. Dude, you know how they say like some people look like they're hanging on by a thread? This cat doesn't even look like he's hanging by a thread. That thread snapped a long time ago. I mean, that's a ticking time bomb that's at 0.1 second.
Your kid, if your kid is going through rough times, the parent your main job is to keep your child safe. So I would do anything. I felt at a loss.
Yeah, I mean, Rob clearly cared about his son. I don't know that publicizing his son struggles with mental health. I don't know if that was necessarily the smartest thing. I mean, obviously we can go back now and we can say that. But like the guy clearly had a big heart. He clearly cared about his son and wanted to see his son, kick whatever he was going through. And it's very sad that it ended that way. Did you guys know that Rob Reiner did a podcast appearance in Anthony Cumia's studio? Not on Anthony's show. Paul Mercurio was leasing Anthony's studio in New York back in the day to people who wanted to do podcasts. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson leased it. Paul Mercurio, the comedian, he leased it. That's how Anthony would make money for Compound Media, is he would rent out this studio space that he had. Well, Rob Reiner appeared on Paul Mercurio's podcast with his son to talk about his struggles. And it's so sad to watch these now because people have come out with like these clips of Rob and his son and like, wow, you could see the signs were there and this and that. Well, yeah, after he cut his parents' throat, obviously you can go back and look at other stuff and go, oh, well, I mean, clearly you could see that he was going to murder them.
Reveal that stuff for you? That would seem to be hard for me.
It's not hard to reveal that stuff. It's only hard to reveal that stuff to then get told you're a spoiled white rich kid, and it's like, okay, maybe all these things.
Well, who would say that to you? Not your dad.
No,
the world.
The world, you know.
Okay, see, that's okay. That kind of confirms my point. Rob Reiner cared about his son, but I don't know if exposing all of this to the general public, especially in the age of social media, was a smart thing to do. Like, I feel like it probably did more damage. And, you know, we always talk about when somebody murders their parents, like it's like they gave birth to a parasite that or a disease that came back and killed them. That kind of seems to be the case here.
Listen, I had to talk to him about this. Listen, I know what it's like to be the son of.
Yeah.
And to have people assume certain things about you.
His dad was Carl Reiner, if you didn't know.
And it's very, very difficult.
Well, how did you handle that?
Well, I mean,
obviously you didn't go to drugs, but you must have had those issues. Your father's an icon.
In the 60s, there was plenty of drugs around.
Yeah.
But you just have to know what you do, and that you have to block out all that.
Keep your eye on him. Like, just keep your eye on the kid here, Nick Reiner. Again, the phrase hanging on by a thread doesn't begin to say it.
Extraneous noise, and it's hard for him because this is the first time he's, all of a sudden there's a lot of attention, people are talking, and he has the double whammy. He's got me and he got his grandfather, and they're going to say whatever the heck they want, but they don't know what he's experienced, they don't know what he's gone through, they don't know why he's done what he does, and and it's pretty dumb, pretty ignorant of people to say just because you're born and you have money and that doesn't mean anything.
Whoa, slow down. Isn't this the same Rob Reiner who's like super liberal and super lefty and will criticize us about racism and white privilege and shit like that? Now he's saying just because you grow up with money. So when it's your son, the privilege thing, that doesn't matter. Everybody's different. Everybody's their own unique case. But if you're just some schlubby white guy who, empties septic tanks for a living, well, then clearly you're privileged. Oh, look, he's dead. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but people who believe the things that Rob Reiner believed, they really tend to be sanctimonious, contradictory assholes.
People have their own issues.
Human beings
regardless.
are complicated, messed up.
And also, it's like the Kardashians can go shopping and complain about how there's no air conditioning in the fucking store. And, no one bashes them.
Yeah.
It's like, I wrote a movie about...
Oh, shit, this kid was going to kill the Kardashians. Maybe they should have let him go. I don't
doing drugs and having a hard time, and people still,
people have really said stuff about that.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's insane to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you have to keep yourself focused.
Nothing worse than like mental illness and then people trying to self-medicate that with street drugs. Oh boy, that'll cause a problem.
And know what you do. Yeah. Know what you do. This is what we set out to do.
Right.
And I told him, while we were making the movie, I said, I don't care what happens. I don't care if, they don't even see the movie. Nobody wants to. I said, we're winning. We are winning.
Yeah.
Because we're throwing ourselves into our work.
Yeah.
And good things are coming out of it.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it can help some people, because we've been on some shows. We were on a show the other day.
Why was the EQing? Why was the production quality so shit at Compound? Like, I did a lot of shows for Compound. I was never actually in the studio, but every time someone taps the table or every time someone moves the mic, like, you can hear it's clanging, it's making noise, it's very intrusive. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. They shut the place down.
PR, where people were calling in
Gino.
and were saying thank you so much for sharing your story, and they were telling us about what they were going through. And so if you can be helpful in that way, then that's good.
Yeah, but you could clearly see that to the Sun, like, the public scrutiny was not something that he was set up or designed to deal with. So I don't really know if that was a net positive for you. That's, again, just one man's opinion when it comes to that. Joey Caravello with $2 says, I heard he was touching his sister's tuchus. I mean, who wouldn't? Romy Reiner has a beautiful Jewish tuchus. Were the Reiners Jewish? I'm fucking around. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I realize what kind of audience I have. I realized that me just asking that question and staying and selling it was going to cause me problems. So I had to give away the sarcasm immediately, or I was worried that somehow shit was going to come flying through the screen. Let's see if we can start a fight. Did I do that? Want some shit with McBuster? He says McBuster is only hungry for one ass. Aaron's. He's eating it on the daily. Here we go. Joey Caravello says, you did get me. Good. I got you. All right. I know, because I know there was at least, how many people are watching right now? We got 557 people checking out the toe right now. And I guarantee at least 15 of them, when I said, wait a minute, the Reiners are Jewish? I didn't know that. Went, we didn't fuck it. And then I went, I'm kidding. Went, oh, okay. All right. Okay. It's fine. Rip Glaze says Rob married Penny Marshall. His first wife was a lesbo. There's that. I was also watching a season of 90 Day Fiancé where one of the girls married a Nicaraguan pop star, but then she turned out to be dykey. McBuster says, did I do that? Is that your fantasy? Gross. And did I do that? Says, blah, blah, blah. Here we go, unhinged McBuster. Guys, I've only got 23 minutes left. So if did I do that and McBuster want to fight each other in the chat, I would love to play-by-play. I haven't play-by-played a good chat fight in a while. Be honest. Also, 25 away from yesterday's miss. Chevy Fan says, how many bots are watching? You're lying. I love when Chevy Fan does that bit. I absolutely love that. And did I do that? I'm sorry I'm crushing your favorite show in viewership. But then again, aren't they just an Aaron appreciation show? So I probably should be doing 500 something while they're doing maybe one or two. Makes sense. Hopefully that kid can beat at least one of my platforms. Otherwise that would be kind of pathetic. Be honest with you. Sam Show says you missed a few good fights in the chat today. Oh no, did I? Oh shit, am I crushing what's her name? Hailey? Am I crushing Big Red during my overtime? Ooh, that's sad. 5:56 during our overtime, and she's probably not even at 2. I don't know. Maybe if that kid really digs in and tries hard. Well, no, because she's got a really unlikable personality. Other than that, I mean, outside of Aaron hate, she really doesn't have anything to watch. I mean, unless she can give people who cope with Steel Toe being fine and doing well, she really doesn't have any kind of audience. So I guess she kind of needs me in that sense. Chevy Fan says, can we shit on Mersh? Has he done anything? I don't know. I don't know if he's done it. Like, he's kind of, I guess Jesse did an episode where he shit on him yesterday. I think it's kind of Jesse's thing, you know? Whatever happened to that wrestling otaku slob? I don't know. What did happen to wrestling? I like that guy. I know his channel got deleted. I think he lost his YouTube channel, but I like wrestling otaku. I always found that guy very entertaining. That was a guy who knew how to be a heel. And I can always appreciate that because people on the internet are very literal. Like they can't sense sarcasm or a sense of humor or like being shit on. They're very dumb. And I think that's probably from not being outside a lot. So like wrestling otaku would do this heel thing and people would get mad. Like if you get mad at a guy who's doing a heel thing, you're probably amongst the dumbest fucking people alive. Baba Shab says nothing to do with defending Gay Boy, but Haley sounds tarded. Well, she is tarded. It happens. Ryan the Garbage Man says Mersh banned me. Oh yeah, Ryan the Garbage Man sent me a thing. Apparently Ryan the Garbage Man sent Mersh a chat about his repossessed car and Mersh banned him for it. Come on. That's like making fun of me for going to jail and me going, oh, it hurts my feelings. I'm going to ban you. Fuck, I joke about it. I can't joke about it and then not let other people joke about it. All right, we are, just 25 short from yesterday? And then we'll be back at Perfect, and then I have to go till 11:30. Oh, it's a race against time. Chevy Fan says Mersh hates the Dabbleverse, but then he covers it to make money, and he's dating a 25-year-old autistic woman. I mean, don't pile on. Hobo, I agree with you. When all of those people get defensive with me, that is a sign of weakness, and I kind of rip it apart and play on it, and I'm sorry about that. But you are right, Hobo, and it's nice to have you on my side. We have a couple of Fox News hosts. I think it's Harold Ford and Greg Gutfeld, the king of late night. They were debating Trump's mocking of Rob Reiner yesterday. And it is interesting because I did hear a couple of conservatives try to defend what Donald Trump tweeted or Truth Socialed about Rob Reiner yesterday. And it was kind of weird because they did that thing where they're like, you know, you would say to them, like, wasn't Trump one of the people who said that people shouldn't say shitty things about Charlie Kirk after he died? And then now these conservatives go, oh, yeah, well, Rob Reiner said shitty things about Donald Trump. He was obsessed and he fucking hated Trump. So Trump's allowed to say mean shit about him when he gets murdered by his son. It's like, okay, allowed is one thing. Yes, he's allowed to do it. He shouldn't be thrown in jail. But as the president of the United States, it's a fucking shithead move. It's just a dick thing. Like, if you're just some bum on Twitter, fine, go ahead, write that all day. Who gives a shit? But when you're the president, it comes off as like worse than petty. You know, it's worse than petty. It's something else. And also, I'm really getting tired of this whole when our guys do it, it's okay. But when their guys do it, we get to clutch our pearls. Either be a faggot or don't be a faggot. Like, don't try to be it one time, but then act like you're totally free speech another time. No, it's not cool that people celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. Are they allowed to? Yes. Charlie Kirk said fucked up shit. Charlie Kirk said things that to a lot of people would seem hateful. He wasn't a saint. Just because somebody got him with something in the neck doesn't mean he was a saint. He did say shit that pissed people off. So did Rob Reiner. So if it's okay to say fucked up shit about Rob Reiner because he died or he was murdered, it's okay to say fucked up shit about Charlie Kirk when he was murdered. Now, again, I agree with both of those things. You should be allowed to. But is it a good look for the president to do it? Absolutely not. And I really hope Gutfeld doesn't take the defending
Here's a
Trump
family
route.
that has so much money and fame and accomplishment and success, and yet there is still allegedly deep angst and violence and a horrific issue that no amount of money or no amount of connections or popularity or being on the world stage could fix.
I hope that we can extend also some prayers for their daughter who supposedly came upon this scene. And
she found them in rigor, apparently.
May she be...
And then like Billy, I think she called Billy Crystal over and he saw them and...
held by God, because this is going to be a tough one for her to go forward.
Before this happened, I think that Rob Reiner's wife...
Motherfucker's got a shit mug. All right, that's cool.
We're in the worst situation any parent or family member could ever have imagine because it's unmanageable. Just imagine a person you know as a child who's no longer that person. That is a drug that is making decisions for its own preservation, which is going against your own survival. It's got to be the worst thing ever. I happen to think rehabs don't work unless you have a system outside of it that keeps you sober. And
well, rehabs usually don't work, and sobriety usually doesn't work. I mean, is it 9 out of 10? It can't be that high, but it's pretty high. Most addicts never get sober for an extended period of time, unfortunately. That's why you should congratulate people who do work the program. And I when I went to Al-Anon, mine was a mixed meetings for months. I developed such a profound respect and appreciation and, like, in a way, jealousy and there was a heroicness in people who were sober for years. There was one guy who was sober for decades, and he was just, you ever meet someone who's sober for that long? They're just full of insight and wisdom and a way of looking at life and the world that seems so peaceful, because their whole thing is not going to drink today. And there's something really, really admirable about those kind of people. The ones who work it and the ones who succeed, they really are some of the most fascinating people you'll ever meet.
And it's just a shame that, you know, it's an equal opportunity tragedy.
If Joe Biden had said this about anybody, I would have attacked him and said he was completely wrong. I do hope the president comes back and corrects himself.
Well, he was asked to, and he didn't. I can hate what he says, but I can also think in his brain, he's going, this guy compared me to Hitler. He put a target on my back. I don't like him. It's like, well, if it were me, I'd go like, but I'm sorry he's dead. But he can't let that go. We don't have to like it. I just look at the deeds, but I get why you're upset.
It's wrong. I don't disagree with you, but it's wrong, and we should be able to call it.
I don't think that they were disagreeing. Fox host slams Trump response to Reiner death, and they in the article they tried to make it sound like those two were disagreeing with each other. They weren't. I don't have a problem with what Greg Gutfeld said. Yes, Reiner said horseshit, horrible things about Donald Trump, compared him to Hitler, all that. Donald Trump is more than allowed to feel angry about that, but you don't fucking tweet it out to the public. It's not necessary.